10, Charles Smith.
Mike Crispino and Bob Cousy back here at the entertainment capital of the Valley. That's what they call the Arco Arena. And we're talking about the Sacramento Kings, of course, a team that is seems, Coos, to be constantly in a state of perpetual change, which is really all that remains the same about this ball club. 11 of the 12 players on the roster acquired after the 87-88 season, as we take a look at the roster that started last season. And you'll see that versus what they have on the roster this season, many new faces.
Yeah, this is always a mistake in my judgment, Michael. Obviously, you don't want to panic when things aren't going too well. You're trying to establish continuity, trying to establish stability, and hopefully they've reached that point. Just when they thought they were making progress, their two center-type guys, and their #1 draft pick last year in the country, Ellison goes down, as well as Sampson, who they just brought over from Golden State. I don't know if Sampson is the answer to any problems. He hasn't been up to now, but at least it gives them a center-type guy. At the moment, our old friend Greg Kite is their starting center.
And that may have been the choice of Ellison, maybe one reason why Bill Russell was released here as the Executive Vice President of Basketball Operations. All right, now they've got to pick a coach. That's next. Bob Weiss, Mike Schuler, John McLeod have been talked about. They will be interviewed over the next few days, and by January 2nd, the Kings would like to make a choice as a new coach.
Well, you know, I don't know too much about Weiss or Schuler, but if I were to choose, I would think a good choice would be McLeod in that he's a teacher. They need someone to instill some structure, discipline, and get some sort of definitive system going here. I think McLeod can do that.
And they do have a go-to guy right now, a low-post player. One of the several trades that they made last year, Wayman Tisdale, right now 8th best scorer in the NBA at 23.5 points a game.
For the first time in a long time, Michael, Tisdale gives them an inside presence. Last year, they were pretty much a three-point shooting team with the two guards leading the offensive parade, and that's always dangerous in the NBA. Guards can't carry the offense. Now, Wayman here really has been on a roll offensively, and the three-point shot now complements his inside game.
Well, the Tisdale move represented the removal of the last vestiges of the KC Kings. He came here for LaSalle Thompson, who was one of the original Kings in '85 when they moved out here to Sacramento. They got the three-point shooting range right now with Danny Ainge, and they're hoping that will help them.
Well, you know, I used to get on Danny's case when he was with Boston because I felt he went to the three-pointer too often because, or at least in the wrong order. We're all aware of the Boston inside strength. That's where you've got to look first. So I thought it was somewhat negative. Here, however, you know, it's an entirely different situation. Other than Tisdale, they've never had that kind of strain inside. So I think Danny now serves a very positive role. He's shooting it only at 32%, so that's a little below his three-point average. But he's been offensively a good, solid threat for them, and they need the three-point production here in Sacramento.
Well, you live and die by the bomb. They had hoped to get the inside strength. You mentioned Ellison's draft as the #1 guy in last year's draft. Only played 4 games. He's been injured. He's on the injured list. May not come back for another month or so. And what about Ellison? Russ likened him to a Lou Alcindor.
Well, hopefully Russ is going to be right. We haven't seen enough of him, and obviously he's only played 4 games here before going down. He's more of a power forward type to me, based on what I've seen in college, than a center type. And, you know, that would lead you to say, well, when Sampson gets back, he's the center they need. Ellison a power forward. Boy, this team's on the move. Sampson has never proven that he can play effective center in this league, so they still have to wait on Ellison.
All right, we're underway. Dennis Johnson in the backcourt with Jim Paxson as the Celtics go with that same starting backcourt. Robert Parrish, Ed Pinckney, Larry Bird. Pinckney has started every game for the Celtics this year. They go down to Parrish, outside to Dennis, who has the jump shot. Missed it. Rebound, Pinckney. He puts it up.
Yes.
For 2. So Ed Pinckney off and running, back in front of the home fan. Should be interesting to see the kind of reaction from Danny Ainge and Joe Klein and Ed Pinckney as they return.
Down the backboards tonight, man. Celtics much stronger on the boards and focus on Parrish. They have no one to guard Robert Parrish.
Rodney McRae sticks one. And McRae's been playing some excellent basketball for this ball club. Not known much as a shooter, but averaging 18 points a game. Bird now puts up a 3, and it goes up and misses. We're tied at 2, just underway at the Arco Arena. Kenny Smith on the move, through the lane, looks for Tisdale, but threw it out of bounds. May have left his feet a little too early there.
Negative move, left his feet without any place to go, especially for a point guard. Point guards have to know When they get into the paint and they leave the ground, that means shoot, not pass, because that's what the receivers assume, and it catches them by surprise.
Bird with another jumper, and this one goes down.
Bird comes out shooting. He did that last night, and it worked. Shot it at, 50%, I think, last night.
11 of 22 last night for Larry, and 27 points. The Celtics have a 4-2 lead. Ainge with his jumper, and he answers.
Danny needs your complete and immediate attention. He's a shooter. He's going to come off those picks looking at the hoop. They
Bird
should know that.
Tries to go on McCray, goes by him inside Ainge, trying to draw the offensive, did not get the call. Goes back to Paxson for the open jumper, and 2.
You know, that's an interesting comparison there. Now, incidental contact last night with 0.2 of a second. Bird gets the call. He gets hammered to the ground here in the early going, and nothing happens with the official.
Kenny Smith answers, and we're tied at 6. Both teams come out shooting well. And we talked about how this Sacramento Kings team would respond to that heartbreaker last night. An 8-point lead with less than 3 minutes remaining at the Forum. They hadn't won a game there since 1974. 37 losses in a row now. So it'll be a measure of the heart of this ball club to see how they bounce back. Parrish over Kite.
Robert can have what he wants against Kite. I'd try to get Kite out of there. Focus on him early. Greg is a very physical player. Get him in foul trouble. After Kite, they have some kid named Allen who probably they won't go to because they've been going small. They go to Wayne Tisdale to guard Robert.
Again, Ainge answers with a hoop. And we're tied again at 8.
I'll tell you what, if Danny ever wanted to have the big one, come up with about 50 points, you can be sure it's tonight.
The miss by Paxson, and Ainge rebounds it, pushes it down. McCray gets it back. Now we'll set up something at half court as Paxson sets up against Ainge. Kite and Bird right now matching up. DJ and Kenny Smith. Parrish on Tisdale. Smith throws up the jumper. It's kicked around. Bird with good hustle, and Paxson has the loose ball. To Dennis Johnson as the Celtics move it into the front court, and they dump it down to Eddie Pinckney, working on Tisdale, spins on him twice, can't get the shot off, now puts up the jumper, missed it. Parrish on the offensive board, no good. Got it back, however, missed the shot, and the foul call.
Well, they got something out of it. The first foul call on Greg Kite. You can see, you know, if the Celtics just stay active on that offensive board, a lot of good things are going to happen. Sacramento just doesn't have the muscle, the strength, the big guys to deal with the kind of backboard superiority the Celtics have tonight. But the key is to tell the big people to hang in on that offensive board. Don't, you know, you're going to create something if you just respond to the board. Don't go back the other way. Don't worry about defense if you're a big guy. Just keep going to that offensive board until Sacramento has complete control. 2
for Parrish, and it's 10-8 Celtics. He had a big night last night, 33 minutes, 18 rebounds against the Clippers. And as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, a big offensive rebound. Ainge with a pretty move, ducking underneath, and he has 6.
Good job, Danny. As we said, he's going to be active tonight, and he's going to be very offensively conscious.
Backdoor to Paxson, laid it up, missed it. And the rebound comes out to Ainge, is pushing it, looking. Does not give it to Smith, goes to Kite, right up the middle.
Well, I'll tell you, Greg Kite isn't much of an offensive threat. He's only averaging 4 a game, but he'll give you 120% every minute if you're not... Don't give him your attention. He's going to take advantage of situations. That time, he's 15 feet away, and, you know, everyone assumes he's not going to look for the shot, but the alley was there. He took it and finished it strong.
Ainge again. Missed it this time. Good box out, but Tisdale got the loose ball.
The Green standing around, waiting for the other guy to do it. Bad sign.
Now Tisdale works on Parrish. Goes baseline. Lays it up, missed it. Kite tipped it. Parrish got the board. Outlets to Paxson. Now he pushes it down. Looking. Double teamed, dumps it down to Pinckney, who has it inside. Good move, and a basket for Ed Pinckney. He hung in the air beautifully that time, and the Celtics have tied it up.
Anytime they slide Pinckney from the weak side across that baseline quickly and find him underneath, he doesn't have to make a move to put the ball on the floor. He's just going to overpower most people who are guarding him.
Kenny Smith puts Sacramento back up by 2. 14-12. 6:50 remaining here in the first quarter at the Arco Arena, and we've got a timeout. Sacramento by 2, and we'll be back with more on the WLVI Celtics Network.
Johnny Dockett is for the Sixers.
And Scott Brooks comes out. Scotty saw a lot of time last night against Denver.
I think Jimmy's really trying to give a couple players a few more minutes, especially coming off the bench. He gave Bob Thornton a few minutes. Scotty Brooks had a few minutes extra this evening. Just because of the fast pace last night, he wants to save his best players for the second half.
Gage carries one, baseline left.
Save the starters a little bit for the second half. They're only down 5. Let them come out the second half and play most of that. They have an off day tomorrow.
What is their record? 6 and something?
19.
19.
I think it's the same as it was last year at this
Exactly.
time.
That's what it is.
Thank you.
Mike Crispino and Bob Cousy back at the Arco Arena would like to wish you a safe and happy new year from all of us here in Sacramento and from the News at 10 and all the staff at WLVI Channel 56. This copyright program presented by the authority of the NBA and the Boston Celtics, intended solely for the private non-commercial use of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written permission of the NBA, the Boston Celtics, and WLVI TV is prohibited. We're back. The Celtics down by 2 early to Sacramento. Pinckney to Dennis Johnson. Paxson trying to work Kenny Smith down and get the ball. It goes inside and is picked off by Tisdale. Good hands that time by Wayman Tisdale.
Celtics have to focus a little bit better offensively. They're a little careless with what they're looking for at the moment. They can get something much better. This team is not a good defensive team. And they've got to pick up their defensive intensity, and they've got to stop throwing the ball away, which they've done the last 2 times down floor.
McRae has a 15-footer, won't take it, looks to go inside in the paint, then at the foul line puts in a jumper. Wow.
McRae's been effective wherever he's been. I was amazed when Houston let him go. He's such a solid, stable entity out there. Whatever you ask him to do, Parrish wheels around tight.
Pretty move by Robert Parrish on the baseline, and the Celtics are back within 2.
Now the Celtics simply have to pay a little more attention defensively. They're allowing Sacramento to create pretty much whatever they want for themselves.
Tisdale over Parrish, in and out, rebounded by Kite, gives it back to Tisdale over Parrish for 2. Strong offensive move that time, and the Kings lead by 4.
Tisdale's first hoop, but he's been given a lot of opportunities. They just haven't been going down. He's been getting good, solid, high percentage shots. Those are going to start to drop.
18-14, the Kings by 4, 5:25 remaining first quarter. Here's Parrish working on Kite, cannot go inside, has to fade away for a rainbow, and he missed it. The rebound, Tisdale, outlet to Kenny Smith. Picked off by Paxson, it's loose, Dennis has it, 3-on-1, 4-on-2 to Pinckney, puts it up, and no, he doesn't get it, but he gets a foul.
A bad decision by DJ that time. Did it the lazy way. Got rid of the ball when he was about 20 feet from the basket with a 4-on-1. See, he gives it to Pinckney in the paint. He makes Pinckney create all of this business here, you know, which is unnecessary. Point guard takes it to the paint, creates everything that has to be done at that point, and then gives it to the big man that just slam dunk.
Eddie Pinckney, who has been shooting excellent free throws for the Celtics, 36 of his last 38, misses the first of 2. And the second one goes in.
Well, 4-on-1 produces 1 shot. 1 point, really.
McRae, Kite, Kenny Smith, open for the jumper as Dennis got picked off, and an easy 2.
Celtics think they're going to walk out of here with a W without the complete effort. They're making a mistake. They're going to have to work a lot harder defensively. They're giving Sacramento whatever shots they want from wherever.
Dennis has it for the jumper, and it backs it up there, and the rebound, Kite. Here's Kenny Smith looking now, has Ainge on the left wing, pulls up, tries to go over Dennis, and nearly picked it off. Now backdoor to Smith. Good block by Paxson. Bird moving in the middle of Parrish. Wow.
That's a nice job, and as usual, triggered by a fine defensive play by Jim Paxson.
Excellent move by Robert Parrish to pull it together and score there on the run. You don't see Parrish doing that very often. That's a difficult shot for him. Dick Bavetta calls a foul on Jim Paxson. Robert Parrish off to a good start with 8 points. Kevin McHale and Reggie Lewis get set to check in for the Celtics. Jim Paxson takes a seat.
Yeah, good substitution, I think, by Jimmy Rogers here. They really just need a little goose, a little shot of something out there. And as we said on top, Reggie coming off that fine offensive game last night. Maybe just what they need.
Vinny Del Negro in the ball game for Sacramento. Tisdale looking to move on Parrish. Can't do it. Smith wanted to take the jumper, but did not. Now he picks off Dennis Johnson. Has a drive to the hoop and a block by Parrish. Good rejection by the Chiefs. Outlets to Lewis on the run. 17-footer. No. McHale kicks it out loose, and Smith has it.
Celtics continue to settle for that quick one. You know, they need the extra pass because it's going to produce something positive against this Sacramento defense if they take the time and have the patience to make the additional pass.
I tell you, Robert Parrish is really working on Wayman Tisdale. Tisdale's got his work cut out for him, trying to go on the Chief. But this time, he does get a step on him.
Tisdale with a little more speed and quickness, but Roberts right there and seemed to get a hand on it, but also one on Wayman.
Wayman Tisdale at the line. He's shot 60% from the field in the last 4 games for this ball club. He's had one 40-point game for him this year and 5 30-point games as well. 33 last night against the Lakers. 7 rebounds. Big night, but he could not hit the 3-point field goal. I guess that would have been a first in itself if he made that 3-pointer last night.
Or the 2 free throws at the line that he missed with the score 102-102, which he really was upset with himself about.
Celtics down by 5. McHale in the ball game. They go to him. He's double teamed. Dennis Johnson has the open 18-footer. No. And Reggie on the board. Has the rebound, got it to Bird, back to Parrish. Cannot take the shot, goes back to Bird for a 2, and he's got it.
Celtics continue to create something positive on that offensive board.
22-19. Sacramento by 3 with just under 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter at the Arco Arena. Sold out again, 17,014 fans, 183 straights. Tisdale with a bucket. He now has 6.
I'm a little surprised at the Celtics going with Parrish on Tisdale rather than McHale, frankly. It seems to me McHale's a much better matchup on Wayman.
Lewis posting up on Smith, and there's a mismatch, and Reggie makes him pay immediately. He's averaging 13 points, 4 rebounds, but really coming on offensively as that left hamstring muscle gets cured up for him. Lewis with the rebound, outlets to Dennis on the run. 4 on 3, and now it's 5 on 5 as Bird has it in the corner. Looks to go to McHale, then puts it up. Robert Parrish on the offensive board was fouled. A loose ball foul. When we come back, the Celtics will try to erase a 3-point Kings lead here in Sacramento.
As the Supersonics putting on full court trap. Look up and push the ball up.
Poked away by McDaniel and out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Sixers.
One of the things you want to do when you see Seattle going into their full court trap is get the ball into the guard's hands, preferably Dawkins, and push the ball up. Charles can push the ball up as well, but push the ball up and try to get an advantage on somebody. 5 on 4, 4 on 3 situation. In a futuristic state, a physicist is imprisoned for not divulging the location of his notebook, and that notebook contains valuable theory.
Hello.
Elementary, junior high, high school.
Yeah, it sounds like it could be something like that.
Becomes eligible.
All right.
Couple of tickets to a Kings game, courtesy of Grand Auto Supply. KRBK TV, channel 31.
Hello. That sounds a little better to me. How about you? Sounds a little cleaner.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, that sounds a little better.
No, keep talking for a second.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing.
Keep it up.
Testing.
Okay, that's a little better. If you can bring Kuz up a little bit, I would help me. I can't hear him very well. Later tonight, Brat Packer Judd Nelson pays a visit to the Arsenio Hall show right after the news at 10 here on WLVI 56. Arsenio was one of the disappointed Clipper fans last night, Kuz. I think he had a good look at Charles Smith's walking violation late in that ball game, and a good look at Harper's last shot.
There were some consolations. I'm sure his companions gave him a lot of TLC. And
how many were there last night? At least two.
Only two, yeah. It wasn't a complete loss for Arsenio.
All right, Bird has the ball, dumps it to Parrish. He's being held down there by number 35, Mike Williams, the rookie out of Bradley. Celts down by 3, 2:04 remaining as you see Jimmy Rogers on the sidelines here, and the Celtics look to make it 2 in a row. They've won 6 straight over the Kings, 7-1 since the Kings moved here from Kansas City to Sacramento. Entry that time picked off by Williams, who stuck a hand in there. Presley in the ball game. Harold Presley sees Williams on the tail. Reggie Lewis on the outlet, up to Bird, into Parrish, beats his man, slam.
Wow.
Robert Parrish.
Outstanding ball movement and entry pass by Bird, and took down court by Parrish, beating the smaller 6'8" Williams.
Good aggressiveness by Parrish. Tisdale stolen on the ground. Bird goes down, and McHale gets a jump. Good, excellent defense that time by the Celtics.
Celtics defensive pressure picked up the last couple of minutes. They've been careless with that. Jerry Reynolds, the beleaguered coach, who's finally going to get arrested as soon as he hires a replacement for himself. That's a little turnaround. You don't have that happen too often. A coach looking desperately to find someone to take his job.
Reggie has the tip for the Celtics.
Yeah, Celtics have been playing impatient offense, and as a result shooting at 41% from the field, and up to the last couple of minutes not really playing the D with the kind of intensity necessary, and as a result Sacramento shooting it at 55%.
Kevin Gamble in the ball game for Dennis Johnson. Shot clock down to 4. They've got to get it off. McHale in the fadeaway. Got it.
McHale continues his solid assault on the basket from last night.
Kevin had a big night last night. 20 points, 9 of 15 in just 28 minutes against the Clippers. Presley launches a 3, and it won't go. Rebound by Lewis. Reggie's been doing a good job off the boards for the Celtics lately, Kuz, as well as scoring.
Presley's taken 64 of those threes, but he's only shooting it at 26%. But in the past, he's been a three-point threat.
Shot missed, and the rebound by Parrish on the offensive board. No foul. The ball loose, and Kevin Gamble gets it back. Celtics are up by 1. Bird throws a 3 up. He missed it. Gamble got it again. Bird charging down the left side, puts it up again. This time he got it.
See, the good news is that the Celtics now know the kind of offensive board superiority they have. The bad news is that it lulls them into thinking they can take that quick shot. So on one hand, it's positive, but it has some negative effects in that it makes them impatient because they feel they can get everything back, so they take it too quickly.
Taking a 3-point lead, seconds remaining. Bird nearly picked it off on Presley. Tisdale can't get it on the offensive boards. A battle. And out of bounds it goes, and we've come to the end of the first 12 minutes here in Sacramento, and the Celtics have taken the lead back, 27-24. We'll be back for the second quarter in just a moment on the WLVI Celtics Network.
They're available at the Arco Arena box office at all fast Ticketmaster centers, including Wine Stocks, Tower Records, and the Warehouse.
Now you're too loud, Lou.
Yeah.
Ticketmaster, call for ticket numbers, including 916.
Kuz, talk to me again.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, testing.
He's not loud enough. I can't hear him very well.
Well, I just turned it down because that music blows me out.
I'm okay on my mic. I can't hear him very well, though. You're still too loud.
Communication needs, California Telephone is your answer.
Wow, that's way loud, way loud.
What is that? Jesus Christ.
I gotta get off the
Let's talk about this when we come back. Who's the third referee? What's his name?
KRAK, 11:40 a.m. in the Super Bowl giveaway station.
Back at the Arco Arena, Mike Crispino and Bob Cousy along with you. An 8-0 run by the Celtics in the final moments of the first quarter as the Kings were held scoreless over the final 2 minutes and 49 seconds, and the Celtics have a 3-point lead as we begin the second quarter.
Yeah, they only shot at 43%. We've already told you why. The positive thing they did was concentrate on the Parrish mismatches. They don't have anyone, Sacramento, to guard them. Williams, wow, where did that rookie come from? He's not supposed to be doing that on the defensive board against the taller, stronger C's. Good move.
Michael Williams has spent 2 years in Spain. Also, the last team he played with was the Cross Catbirds of the CBA. Here's some work being done on the head of Kevin McHale down in the paint by Williams.
They're trying to keep him from dropping low into the position he'd prefer down there. And I guess they got a little aggressive doing it. 41. In any event, they went to Parrish inside and exploited that. Robert with 10 first quarter points.
Kevin McHale on the rebound of a Bird miss. And Kevin now has 4 points. Joe Klein in the ball game for the Celtics, along with Kevin Gamble, Larry Bird, Reggie Lewis. Here's Del Negro down the paint on the move, and the shot goes up, in and out. Another rebound by Williams.
Well, no excuse for that, obviously. Williams averaging 1 point a game, and they've already given him 4 just because they got careless.
Wide open Gamble. Good look by Klein.
Yeah, absolutely. Picked up the double team immediately and looked weak side. So important for big people to do that, but it's amazing how often they don't think of looking weak side for the free guy.
Presley looks for the shot, gives it up, now goes to Ainge, he looks for his shot. Now to Michael Williams on the baseline, he lost it. Back to Danny, double fake, can't get it off. Now McRae, they're all looking for the jumper. Finally get one, won't go in. Boy, that looked like a jump shooting contest, a game of horse out there.
Yeah, you become a jump shooting team when you don't have your inside threat in there. Tisdale on the bench, so they're going to look for the outside shot.
Kevin McHale heating it up now. He has 6, and the Celtic lead is 5 with 10-10 remaining here in the second quarter.
Celtics starting to pay attention to business a little bit more.
Bird ahead of the club. Well, we saw that last night. Larry looking for the easy 2 and couldn't get it out there to Gamble. Ainge on the stop and the pop. Fade away. Pretty shot.
Well, when you throw a careless pass, you should get burned, and that's what the Celtics have to look out for tonight. It's going to come a little too easy for them, and the tendency is to get careless or look for the quick outside shot by your 6'10" power forward. That's Bird. Not a good idea either.
On the offensive board, Larry Bird, and he was fouled. Larry will take a seat, and we'll get a look at Michael Smith again, who played 9 fairly effective minutes last night for the Celtics. His first extended action in a long time, Coos, and I guess you had a chance at least to get a feel for where he might be able to fit in with his ball club. Offensive foul called on Reggie Lewis there as the Celtics turn it over.
Yeah, Michael Smith, didn't do anything spectacular, didn't do anything negative, however. Made, 2 hoops, was it? I remember he made 1 and looked good doing it, so.
Ainge for the jumper, goes in and out, rebound Klein. He had 4 points last night, Michael Smith. 2 of 3 shooting in 9 minutes, and looked like he was with it, which was a good sign for the Celtics as he tries to get his game in order. Here's Klein on the baseline, jump, missed it. Gamble on the offensive board, has to go up. No foul, now a foul call. Kevin Gamble crashing the boards.
Yeah, nice job. See, with Kenny Smith out of there, they don't have that kind of transition effectiveness going, and so you can send your 6'5" guard in there, and have him do some little additional damage off the offensive board.
Kevin Gamble, who has started 9 games for the Celtics this season and in a reserve role the last 15. And Kuz, beginning last night, Jimmy Rogers looks as if he's going to go to Gamble as his backup point guard with the release of Kelvin Upshaw.
Well, it's well-known fact that the Celtics need a point guard. And if Kevin just plays within his talent level, if he just doesn't get cute or fancy, don't look to make the exceptional pass. Just do it with whatever God-given skills you've got. Pretty good reject that time by Kevin. Jim Clark, the official, calls the foul.
Let's get another look at that one. Gamble gets beaten, and then Del Negro does a good job of using his body there.
It gets back into the play nicely, though, defensively. In any event, picks up his first and the team first foul.
Celtics had 3 block shots in that first quarter as Del Negro makes the first of 2. His first point of the ball game. Mike Williams takes a seat. He had 4 points. Very effective effort for him in those few minutes for the Kings. Del Negro, that one
almost didn't get it to the front rim.
He didn't have his vitamins this morning, apparently.
Forgot that full arm extension. Half-court trap by Sacramento. Pick it apart. Go to your shooter. Don't let a 6'5" man block a shot when you're a 6'9" shooting forward, and you've got your dribble alive. I'll tell you that.
Gray in on McHale, left-handed for 2. Pretty shot by Rodney McCray. That was one of the questions about Michael Smith, is his speed and his quickness on the shot release. And right there you saw another mistake. Here's Del Negro for an easy 2.
Well, Michael Smith not covering himself with glory the last 2 times down floor. Just completely rattled with the trap pressure that Sacramento went to, perhaps anticipating the rookie's entry into the game. And had the shot blocked the time before that.
Nice pass inside to Klein this time, and he goes up and he's fouled. Good look by Michael Smith that time as he saw Joe Klein, and one of the strengths that we were told about Michael Smith, his passing ability.
Nice soft touch pass into Klein there.
And Joe Klein will go to the line for the Celtics. Chance to score his first points in Sacramento as a Celtic. Averaging 5 points and 5 rebounds a game, and Joe cannot get the first one to go down. He's a 77% free throw shooter, which is a down a little bit for him from last season. And the crowd is on him as Klein gets the second one to go. Jerry Reynolds, who is coaching his final games here for the Sacramento Kings, as he looks to select a new coach for this ball club. We mentioned at the top of the broadcast, John McLeod in the running and looks like to be the front runner at this point. However, Bob Weiss and Mike Schuler are still in contention, and we will know by the beginning of the new year. Here's Tisdale, goes up with kind of a weird-looking scoop shot that McHale plays some excellent defense on. Gamble with the ball now.
That's not going to work on Kevin McHale. He's got all the tools to do a pretty good job on Tisdale.
Lewis off balance. Oh, tough shot from Reggie Lewis. He took the pressure, took the bump, and then nailed the jump shot. Ainge now for 3. Missed it. Rebound McHale. Looking up court has Reggie. Celtic lead is 3. Reggie bounces it down to Klein and through his legs. He faked Joe Klein out that time. Klein was looking for him to shoot the jump shot.
No, it's just a bad pass. There are times when you use the bounce pass to get inside, but you've got to give the big man plenty of time to prepare himself for that.
McCray looking for something on the baseline. Del Negro flashes off the screen. Now to Ainge. Fakes Gamble. Cannot get the shot off. Looking to go inside himself. Back to Del Negro. 5 on the shot clock. Driving down. Ainge has it. Puts up 3.
I'll tell you what. Danny's not going to get discouraged. If he misses 5 in a row, he's going to look the next 5 times down for the shot. So a lot of players will lose their confidence. Danny's a shooter, and he's got that kind of shooter's mentality. So you can't forget about him just because he misses a few.
McHale miss, rebounded by McCray, who's on the run. The Celtics back in good shape defensively. Now Del Negro has it. 38-38. 6:20 remaining in the second quarter. Ainge. Here's a mismatch with Klein outside on him. Gonna put up a 3 over Klein. Wow, Ainge sticks, 2 trifectas in a row. And the Sacramento Kings crowd is on their feet. The Kings by 3, and we'll be back with more in just a moment. All these things, skills. Oh, I don't know, it's too loud or it's too soft. I can't get it right. Hello? Hey, Lou, you're still so loud, you're blowing us out every time you come on.
That's better.
That's better. Jeez. And our mics are screwy, too. I don't know. Wow. Got to take care of business. Take care of business first. We didn't really get involved in that. Big difference that is.
Thank you.
You're going to have to put your mic about 3 feet away now, Lou. The 1989-90 Celtics yearbook is now available for your favorite Celtic fan. Everything you want to know about your team, the Celtics, is included. Great action photos, player bios, and vital statistics will be yours at a glance. To order, send 750, check, money order, or MasterCard number to Boston Celtics Yearbook, 150 Causeway Street, Boston, Mass. 02114. The price includes all shipping and handling. We're back at the Arco Arena, and the Celtics have fallen behind by 3 on 2 long bombs from Danny Ainge. Gamble has the ball. He's triple teamed, tries to go down to Parrish, and it's picked off by Tisdale.
And the trap pressure continues to pay dividends for this smaller, quicker Sacramento team, so Celtics can expect more of it.
They go up to Tisdale. He tries to spin. Bird doubles him. McRae goes up with a tough shot. Could not find any iron at all, and Bird has the rebound. Good attention to the defensive end that time by the Celtics, and they have the ball back.
Celtics continue to play occasional offense in terms of searching out those free people. And as a result, they continue to shoot at about 43%, well below their average.
Gamble missed the open jumper. Ainge goes through.
Doing a superb job. What is that, about 16 points?
16 in the first half for Ainge. He's averaging 18 with 6 assists for Sacramento. So obviously he is fired up against his former teammates. Bird goes down to Parrish. Oh, and Robert got clotheslined, but he traveled just before that.
Celtics continue to refuse to make the defensive commitment and continue to be careless offensively. And the hustling, intense pressure by the Sacramento defense is simply causing a lot of very positive things happen for the home team.
Well, Ainge is the co-captain out here. He's the leader of this ball club, and right now he is leading them. They have a 5-point lead. McRae tries to go on Bird, who stole it. Now he's down on the ground, lost it. Dennis Johnson got it. And a loose ball foul on Rodney McRae. Good hustle by the Celtics.
Good hands by Bird. Knocked that ball loose, and then DJ, an assist from DJ, caused the foul by McRae. I think they're over the limit.
Let's take a look at it again as Dennis Johnson goes down, then Bird goes down, and McRae shoves Dennis to the floor.
Get a stick, kill that thing, grab it. That's what you've got to do. You can't be reaching for those loose balls and expect to come up with your share of it.
Kings have 5 team fouls, and the Celtics in the penalty as Dennis Johnson makes the first of 2. And he has his first points of the night. He's averaging 7 points, 6 assists, and shooting 78% from the free throw line as Dennis perfect 2 for 2, and the Celtics are back within 3. Del Negro and Dennis Johnson matching up.
That's an easy shot for a shooter. Del go as a shooter. If you're the defense and you know that, you've got to pick him up a little higher.
Kale double teamed, and the ball is knocked out of bounds off the Kings. Kevin was fouled, but no foul was called.
Yeah, Kevin's complaining about it. It almost caused a turnover because the officials were a little slow making that call.
Looked as if Dick Bavetta tried to make up for it by calling it off the Kings player. Dennis Johnson has it. The Celtics with 10 on the shot clock. They go to him, top of the key. To Bird on the baseline. 18-foot, in and out. Rebounded, lost out of bounds. And saved, but into Ainge's hands on the run. Behind the back. Bounces to Del Negro. Missed it. Rebounded by Presley. Kings are getting a feel for this game right now. They're looking to break a 9-game losing streak. Here's Ainge off the pick, and this time Tisdale called for the foul.
I think that'll be his third. And obviously, if they can get that young man in a foul trouble, that'll help the Celtics cause.
Let's see what happens.
I think he moves on a pick. Yeah, he kind of sticks his tail out into Paxson.
Celtics down by 5 with 3:45 remaining here in the first half. They go down to McHale on the baseline. The little jump goes in and out. Back on defense they come as Ainge is pushing it. Height picks Dennis Johnson off. Goes up left-handed. Missed the shot. McHale with a good rebound. Outlets to Bird. Back to Dennis Johnson. Stops for the jumper. No, he gave it up to Parrish. And look at this. Ainge. Robert brought it down, and there was Danny Ainge.
I'll tell you, it's nice to see a team, that is the type of underdog Sacramento is, getting so much accomplished just because they're working so hard at it. Really doing a nice job.
Ainge out-jumped him, but he knocked it out of bounds.
The Celtics better get their wake-up call pretty soon, otherwise they're going to completely neutralize that fine win last night with a loss here tonight.
Celtics are down by 5 with 3:22 remaining here in the first half. Dennis Johnson covered by Ainge. His former teammate. Bird has it, fakes twice, then puts up the jumper, and he's got it. Larry with 8, his first 2 here in the second quarter, and the Celtics are back within 3. The Sacramento Kings team is still reeling from the removal of Bill Russell and all the personnel moves. Ainge got the foul call from Paxson. Jim Clark with the call.
It is. Paxson still has trouble recovering off those picks. You see, he's a step behind, and that causes him to get into a clutching, grabbing situation.
Well, I guess he brushed a little hair on the top of the cowlick of Danny Ainge, and the Celtics are down by 3. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
A combination of choice cold cuts and premium bacon.
The right shooter is seated in section 101, row P, seat 11.
Do we know who that? We haven't found out who that other official is, have we?
Yeah, it's Dick Bavetta, Jim Clark, and Ted Bernhardt.
Ted Bernhardt.
Jack in the Box Kings ball kit. Registration forms are available. All Sacramento Valley, Stockton, and Modesto. Jack in the Box restaurants.
Nothing comes easy. That should be the motto when you walk out of the locker room. No freebies. Still loud as ever, Lou. All right.
Oh, that's a sexy voice he's using. Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about this thing we talked about before. Saturday, starting at 5, the Stars are coming out for the Lou Rawls Parade of Stars to benefit the United Negro College Fund on WLVI 56. Bob Cousy and Mike Crispino with you here at the Arco Arena. Coos, this Sacramento team, as we mentioned, had lost 9 in a row. Real heartbreaker last night. A team in disarray in some ways, as you mentioned at the top of the broadcast. The Celtics have not taken advantage of that as of yet.
Well, I'll tell you what, Michael. No one has ever accused any of us jocks of being rocket scientists, so, they're not too smart going in, and they get stubborn besides. And it's the coach's dilemma. Jimmy Rogers talked about it on top. This is the kind of game that scares him to death because he sits, and you tell these guys they've got to go out and get it done. Don't believe what they see on paper, that they're a stronger team. You've got to go out and prove it, and you do that with a defensive effort and careful offense. They've done neither tonight. Sacramento, to their credit, that's been working so hard at it, has created much better offense. They're shooting it at 47%. Celtics have been careless. They're shooting it at 41%. Sacramento even staying in there, hanging in tough on the board.
Celtics trail by 5 as Ainge goes to Kenny Smith. Bird on the miss. And the Kings have the ball back. Here's Presley with a long jumper back of the rim and a battle on the board that time. Robert Parrish way up above it to clean the glass.
Sacramento's up-tempo the game here in the second quarter, too, and I think that's worked in their favor, and it's helped their rebounding posture. It's created other than the outside offense for them.
It's not going tonight for Larry Bird. That one off the back of the rim, and the rebound by Ainge. Celtics doing a little standing around on offense. As Ainge slices down, dishes off. Smith can't get the shot off, however. Ainge can, and he misses it. It goes almost out of bounds, and it's picked off by Ed Pinckney. Dennis pushing it up to Paxson. Looks to go baseline on Ainge, can't do it, and has to hand it back to Pinckney. Now the Celtics are getting some cuts through the lane as they set it up. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Down to Parrish it goes. Jimmy Paxson to Dennis Johnson. Has the jump shot. And the miss, and the rebound. Knocked back to DJ. Inside to Parrish. Cuts inside. And another travel call. He took some contact there.
Celtics not shooting it well. DJ having a second cold night. He didn't shoot it well last night. And he's getting the open shots. Jimmy Rogers off the bench giving Jim Clark a little conversation.
Here's Ainge.
Got fouled.
He got Paxson up off his feet. And a foul call. And a technical coming to Jimmy Rogers. He gave it to Ted Bernhardt right in front of us here for about 30 seconds. And he's still giving it to him.
Well, Jimmy felt he didn't get the call on the other end on Parrish, created a turnover, and then they came down and, of course, blew it quickly on this end.
Jimmy is trying to get the Celtics jacked up here. Danny Ainge is doing it all right now for the Kings. Look at the fake and a beauty.
There it is. Again, Paxson a half a step behind the initial offensive move, and that's what gets him into trouble with the fake because he doesn't have to react to it.
Danny Ainge has 20 points in the first half. 14 in this quarter, and he has ignited the Sacramento Kings.
Well, the Celtics had to know that Danny was going to come out with fire in his eyes. Now they go to the 2-1-2 full court trap pressure, and they had to respond to it. They didn't, and Danny took advantage of it.
And an offensive foul. Well,
panic starting to set in for the Celtics.
The lead is 8, and Sacramento has it.
So plenty of opportunity to make a move for yourself. He needed one more dribble. But Pinckney, as we've said so often, simply has to learn those little offensive moves in the paint. He'll create a lot of easy offense for himself as a result.
Now tight working on Bird, and he traveled.
I'll tell you, Greg Kite's an amazing story. He's really gotten the job done. Given his talent level, which anyone who's seen him play knows is not overwhelming, but he just gets a good, solid job done for whatever team he plays with.
He's coming off a season high. Nice Parrish pass. Pinckney. Oh, baby. Eddie. Pinckney is all discombobulated there. 2 trips down, and he just, within 2 feet of the basket, self-destructed. Pick off by Dennis Johnson. 3-on-1. Goes to... What hustle by Ainge.
Sacramento just wiping the Celtics out with intensity.
And now they've got the crowd into it. plenty of doubts about Sacramento's ability to win a ball game after they blew that lead last night at the Forum. And I'll tell you, one way to get it back is just work, just sweat, and that's what they're doing, and it's paying off.
Well, that's the advantage, if any, that Sacramento had going into this game.
Good bank shot by Reggie Lewis.
Psychologically, they're coming off 9 straight losses, an emotional loss that they should have won over the Lakers last night. You knew they were going to be sky high. Celtics with an emotional game of their own. They come out of it with a win, so they're experiencing a little bit of a letdown. Combination of the two is what we see happening here in the first half. Hopefully the Celtics will turn it around.
Smith has to put it up. Time running out. He does, and Dennis Johnson blocked the shot. Good defense by DJ, as the Kings could not get a good shot off in the final moments. However, they have lit up the Arco Arena with a good first half effort, and they have a 6-point lead to show for it. We'll be back with halftime activities in just a moment on the WLVI Celtics Network.
Ellis trying to drive, got it back, and then a foul. And Ellis saying, what do I have to do to get a whistle?
Do exactly what he did. You keep working, something good will happen. You see him spin back into the paint. Takes the ball to the hoop. Derek Smith with good hands. Dale Ellis grabbing the ball once again. He draws the foul that time.
Oh, Derek guilty of the foul. Ellis misses the free throw.
We talked about him earlier. You know, one of the things you want to do is you want to get Dale Ellis in a position where he's not shooting very well. Unfortunately, he came out on fire.
Ellis makes 1 of 2. They are 13 for 16 from the line. Dawkins, he beat his man and kicked it out. Anderson's jumper is good again.
So the 76ers.
And then, then we're going to go to a break. Okay. Fourth quarter shootout first, though, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment tonight, we are pleased to welcome the boys' Ainge Group Gymnastics
50-44.
from your local Flyers Gymnastics Centers in Sacramento. Let's get these local kids a good hand and get them started out.
What was the score at the quarter, Coos? 27-24, was it?
27-24, Celtics.
So 17-point quarter. Don't forget to enter the Miller Lite Channel 56 fourth quarter shootout. All you have to do to win a color TV and a Celtics jacket to pick up the Celtics player who you think will score first in the fourth quarter tonight. To enter and send your name and address, telephone number, and the name of the player that you think will score first in the fourth quarter to Miller Lite Channel 56 fourth quarter shootout. P.O. Box 56, Boston, Mass. 02125. And keep watching Channel 56 to see if you win. Well, we're back at halftime. The Celtics trailing by 6. His old friend Danny Ainge is putting on a show for his old friends back in Boston. 21 points. He had 15 of those in the second quarter, a couple of threes. He's doing everything out there. He's just roasting Jim Paxson at this point.
I'll tell you what, if the Celtics don't know Danny could shoot and has got some talent by now, they're really in trouble. It's not only in Danny's case. Danny is sky high, and he's, look at this. They're shooting 40%. They're playing stand around, one pass offense. Wait for the other guy to do it. Give it to, look at how easy it's going to be. Well, it's not easy, primarily because of the half that Sacramento has played. Give them all the credit in the world. They are serious underdogs, and they've come out and just taken it to the Celtics in every way. The only advantage possibly that the Celtics have has been off the boards, and what have we got? 20, 31, 21, so they're rebounding them by 10, but a lot of those have come from long rebounds from Celtic outside shooting. Take it inside. Robert had 10 in the first quarter. You got nothing in the second. So they're not staying with anything. They think they're going to come out here with an easy win. That's not what's going to happen.
Well, right now, you're absolutely right. The Celtics are not taking care of business, and perhaps there is a little letdown after that 1-point cliffhanger last night. Robert Parrish with 10, as you see, leading the Celtics. Larry Bird shooting cold in the first half with just 8 points. When we come back, we'll have some highlights, and we'll take a look around the NBA and see what has already happened tonight. That coming up after these messages.
What's the deal, Alex? 30 points. What is he from the field? Don't worry about it.
Okay. What do you have? Let me see. Let me make some notes here. Louis, do you know what you have for scores yet? All right. I need a couple here. Wait a second. Do you have Houston, Minnesota? Yeah. Atlanta, Dallas. All right, how about Philly, Seattle? That's coming up, right? Is that later tonight? Yeah, it must be. Okay, we're back. Highlights.
Ladies and gentlemen, Flyers, Gymnastics, Centers in Sacramento. It's where it's happening.
Mike Crispino and Bob Cousy back here at the Arco Arena, a sold-out Arco Arena, I might add. 183 times in a row they sold it out, and they're giving the Kings fans something to cheer about tonight. Let's take a look at some of the highlights in that first half. The Celtics got a couple of offensive plays and a little defense, but not quite enough to have the lead.
Well, a good defensive play by Paxson triggers this transition basket for the Chief, who's looking to slam, but doesn't get the opportunity to, still gets the 2. Danny Ainge, who's always been a solid 3-point threat, gets the first one. Followed that with another one a few moments after that. Even Greg Kite gets into the act. Greg, that hoop gave Greg his average for the first half.
And Kevin McHale here with a nice block triggered a Celtics break that turned out to be 2 points off Michael Williams, who had a nice little stint there for 4 points for the Kings.
Yeah, he did some nice job on the offensive board. He's a big, strong kid, and he's a willing kid, as they all have been here in the first half for Sacramento.
Celtics at 15-11 coming in. Sacramento at 6-19 and suffering with a 9-game losing streak and looking to break it tonight. Let's take a look around the NBA at some of the other scores that we have for you. Some finals. San Antonio continues to roll. David Robinson, a big night, 34 points as they whip up on the Bullets, 107-97. Indiana continues to play well. Rick Smits with 23 tonight. Reggie Miller, 22. Cleveland still having their problems. Injury riddled with Doherty out, losing by 17. Houston and Minnesota, Coos, there's a surprise.
Houston has been underachieving this year. They're going to have to get it together. Akeem was out early, but he's back scoring well now. They're still not able to win.
And the Dallas Mavericks over Atlanta, 114-101. That Central Division, a real logjam right now. We'll be back with more halftime activities after these messages from the Arco Arena in Sacramento, California. Did you have some other notes on
the ball? Charlie just bumping right into him. That was a foul on Charles Barkley that time. But I'll tell you what, the Seattle Supersonics are playing extremely good defense at this juncture of the ballgame. They are playing. They're moving their feet. They're moving their hands. They're getting in the way of a lot of different things. creating havoc for the 76ers.
Gage makes the first. And they seem to be anticipating the passing lanes well. As you saw Cage come from the weak side and make that intercept. And a pair of free throws, and the Sonics lead by 12. Sonics continue the pressure. This time the Sixers get it up. Smith, coast to coast. Sedale, Threet matched up with Brooks. McKee being watched by Barkley. Smith checking Dale Ellis, who has 30. Cage against Mahorn. McDaniel, short, and that's off Rick Mahorn. It stunned him. Came up so short, he thought it was going to hit the rim. He was looking up at the basket, never saw it. Cage forced one to beat the shot clock, missed that. And the Sixers push it up.
2 minutes in the quarter, 2 minutes.
Derek and Charles, two-man game. Charles bumped off his feet and a foul. It's on McKee. 15 remaining as McKee makes the first free throw. Here comes Polynice, who has 5 fouls.
You know, you're walking around during the halftime a little bit, and there's a lot of people asking themselves, why are they playing Polynice and not giving Sean Kemp the opportunity to come in here and play just a few minutes per half? He played very good the first half. Move the ball ahead. Don't move it backwards.
Mahorn, Brooks, Anderson, and Barkley. Approaching 1 minute. Threet in a mismatch has Mahorn, but Brooks unloads and scores from outside. Scotty pours one in. 88-78, a 10-point lead, and it could have been a lot worse. The Sixers could get this to within 8. Here's Sellers, and he scores. Now they'll have to work to get it down to 10 again. Brooks at the top. Charles the pick. Brooks. Derek Smith, home run, way off target. 3. Lead is for Ellis. Oh boy, he wanted to pull the trigger so badly and didn't. 3. Rainbow is good. 92-78. Length of the floor, Charlie. Rolls in, spins it up. No foul, and the period is over.
End of the quarter. Sonics.
So we played 3. And that quarter along the Seattle.
Fix that. Why is it so damn loud? No, forget it. Come on. Well, why should we have to do that? Yeah, go ahead. Keep talking to me. It ain't working, man. I'm trying to turn you down, and all I do is turn myself down. Do it again. Keep talking to me. All right. Now let me hear myself. Okay. Keep talking to me. Keep counting. Keep counting. Okay. Jeez. Mike Crispino and Bob Cousy back here with you at the Arco Arena in Sacramento, California, where the Celtics have let the Kings get started, and they have a 6-point lead at halftime. Coos, a 17-point Celtics second quarter, 9 turnovers, accounting for 11 of Sacramento's 26 points. It wasn't pretty.
It certainly wasn't. We've touched on that a few times, Michael. It's just, intensity. Intensity is going to affect all of the stats we're looking at now. Celtics did a good job rebounding. They rebounded them by 10. That's the end of the positive things. They've been beaten in just about every other department. They're shooting it at 40%, not necessarily because of the Sacramento defense, although Sacramento has played with great intensity. They've gone into the half-court trap. They've gone into the three-quarter court, 2-2-1. Everything has worked because the Celtics haven't taken this team seriously. They've got to be more careful with their passing. They've got to be more patient with searching out the good shots, especially against the top where there are free people around. And they've got to pick up their intensity level defensively. Otherwise, as I say, they're going to neutralize a fine loss, and they're going to lose to a team that they shouldn't lose to. A fine win, excuse me, last night.
Make no mistake about it, these guys are hungry. They haven't won a game since December 8th against Golden State. They've lost 3 straight here at home, so it behooves the Celtics to get it in gear immediately here in the third quarter.
That's why it was a mistake to give them a smell of a potential victory here in the first half, because it's going to make the job that much tougher here in the second.
Rodney McCray, Danny Ainge, Kenny Smith, Greg Kite, and Wayman Tisdale. Over Parrish, he goes for the jump shot. And a good start for Wayman Tisdale. Tisdale, who was relatively quiet in the first half, has 8 as the Celtics trail by 8.
And again, the Parrish-Tisdale matchup, which puzzled me just a bit. Seeing that Pinckney can go out for that 15-foot jumper.
Reggie with an excellent drive and a bank for 2, and the Celtics are back within 6. Tisdale looking to work on Parrish. Work on him, he did, and that good mismatch could be hurting the Celtics soon.
I don't see a reason for that with Greg Kite in the game. Parrish on Kite, he can do a lot of damage in the paint. Kite a non-shooter. Robert can roam and help out. Tisdale is giving up all that. Lewis continues to keep the Celtics hanging in there.
Dennis Johnson gave it up, and Reggie Lewis knocked it down. He has 10 now as Ainge works on him. So the Celtics switching a little bit on the matchups. McCray and Pinckney. Tisdale and Parrish again. He goes over Robert Parrish. Missed it. The rebound, Reggie. On the run, up to Dennis Johnson. Looking for Bird. Has him in the corner. Larry looks to cut. Backs it up. Throws up a jumper off the front of the rim. He shot 4 of 13 in the first half. And it's still not there right now for Larry Bird. McCray goes on to Kite. Looking on Bird. Left-handed. Whew.
Well, Kite's got his average. He can concentrate on defense and rebounding in the second half there.
Celtics trail by 8. 10 minutes remaining in the third quarter. They look to set up. Larry Bird in the corner has it. Goes by his man. Has Dennis Johnson, who gives it up. Over to Reggie for the jumper. And he misses it. The rebound by Parrish on the baseline. He missed it. The Bulls tipped it back to the floor. That got fouled. Good hustle on the offensive board by Larry Bird.
Celtics continue to struggle. Joey Reynolds giving his team some encouragement. Robert missing an easy shot there. Bird keeping it alive with a good effort off the offensive board. That's the one positive thing they've done all night long. They've gotten a lot done on that offensive board in terms of creating second or third shot opportunities, but they just haven't made these second opportunities.
Larry has both of them, and he has 10 right now. The Celtics trailed by 6. 9:40 remaining in the third quarter. Greg Kite at the top of the key. Looks for Ainge. Has the shot. Puts it up. Nothing but net. 23 for Ainge.
Well, Jimmy made the adjustment in the second half. Tried to put a little more speed on Danny because he was beating Paxson and DJ. I'll tell you, Danny uses those picks so effectively, so once he develops the hot hand.
Double team on Parrish, out to Lewis. Now Dennis Johnson open for the jumper. And 2. Good ball movement that time by the Celtics. The ball is quicker than the defense, and the Celts are back within 6.
Yeah, good patience, and that's one way that you can use a team's aggressive play against them. You know, is keep moving that ball, tire them out, and switch out that free man and goes left when they're trapping.
Right now, Kuz, it looks like the Celtics are trying to get Larry Bird going. They keep going to him on the off the picks. Bird and Kite. Oh my goodness, 2 in a row, left-handed by Greg Kite.
That matchup isn't working in terms of Kite or Tisdale. Tisdale's got 2 hoops. Kite's got 2 hoops. So Kite's taking advantage of Bird inside, and Tisdale taking advantage of Parrish outside. They're going to have to make an adjustment.
Bird off the pick this time. He got it. Parrish went down hard.
Yeah, and he's upset. Kite just swung him down with the high elbow.
Danny Ainge sees Tisdale picked off by Pinckney, and a good steal. Here's Reggie Lewis on the run. McCray tries to pick it off. He goes behind his back, lost control, and it traveled. Sloppy fast breaking by the Celtics that time. Take a look at it.
Reggie's not a point man, and you can't put him in that position. It's unfair to Reggie and the team. He just can't handle that responsibility.
6-point King lead. Celtic turnovers hurting them. 13 so far tonight. Here's Ainge working on Lewis. Goes into Tisdale. Double team. Can't get it off. 9 on the shot clock as Smith has it. Off the screen. Can't get it off. Now McRae throws it up for 3 and missed it. The rebound Parrish. Dennis Johnson runs it up into the front court. Bounces to Lewis. Cuts in on Kite. Puts it up. Draws the foul. Good move by Reggie Lewis.
Yeah, good job. Reggie has the athleticism to make something happen, create things. This is what he did last night so effectively. So he's the only one that is able to, create situations for himself in the open court. He's doing a good job at it.
Reggie in 31 minutes last night, as we mentioned, had 28 points. And I was about to say was excellent at the free throw line at 10 of 11. He misses his first opportunity tonight, however. And the second one, too. Pinckney, and the ball knocked loose, and it's Celtic ball. They got away with one there. It looked like Ed Pinckney had his hand on it. However, the Kings were called for knocking it out of bounds. Celtics with a chance to get within 4. On the inbounds, Klein to Pinckney. Hands it off to Lewis. The Celtics try to set something up. Lewis cutting, goes to Bird, has the jump shot, and in and out.
Bird is not shooting well, as you've noticed. We talked about Danny Ainge's shooter's mentality. When you're a shooter, you got to keep assuming that it's going to get better.
Tisdale double team. Bird did a good job helping out that time and forced him to miss the shot. Lewis has it into the front court as the Celtics set up. Down to Pinckney it goes. Spinning on Tisdale twice. Up over him, and a pretty shot by Ed Pinckney. 7 points for Pinckney, and the Celtics within 4 with 7:05 remaining. Ainge looking to shoot, lost it, got it back. Now McRae spins, cuts, can't get it up, over Bird. Wild shot, and it went in. Well, a bit of a force, but it's good, and the Celtics are down by 6.
That's what's upsetting, because Bird did a good defensive job that time on McRae. Stayed home, had him befuddled, forced him into a bad shot, and he still made it.
Reggie Lewis is fouled on the lane runner, and he will come back and shoot 2 when we come back from the Arco Arena.
Score at the 3 quarters. 94-84.
No, they were up by more than 10. What was the score at the end of 3 quarters? The score at the end of 3 quarters.
Yeah, 92-78, right?
Sponsored by Nestle
Hello. No, I can't hear a thing because I'm just... All right, hold on. Oh, there we are. Okay, let's try. Yeah. Okay, let me try this for a while. Put that over there. Hey, we're going to experiment here, try this other thing. Thanks for the help, Wayne. Give me that. I don't know. We'll try it. It's a little better. Turn Louis down. How's this? I don't know. I'm all messed up here. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's a little better. Yeah, okay. Celtics fans, show your pride. Subscribe now to Celtics Pride Magazine, the official fan magazine of the Boston Celtics. Celtics Pride is published 20 times a year and devoted exclusively to Boston Celtics basketball. To subscribe, you can send a check or money order for $30 to Celtics Pride, P.O. Box 9148, Boston, Mass. 02114. Better yet, call 1-800-255-9500, extension FAN. Reggie Lewis on the line for the first of two. He makes that, and he now has 11 points on the night. Reggie with both of them. Celtics crawling back within 4. It's been a slow uphill climb throughout the evening.
Still having trouble from the field. Now shooting at 41%, well below their season average.
Ainge open. 25 for Ainge. You talked about it, Coos. He'd love to score 50 tonight if he could. He's on his way. Halfway home.
They don't find someone that can guard him. He isn't.
McHale misses, and the ball knocked out of bounds. That looked like Tisdale had his hand on it last.
Jim Clark is telling Jimmy Rogers that Reggie came in and got on Tisdale's back, and he did knock it out of bounds, but it was because of Lewis.
McRae bombs one. Wow. That's confidence.
Well, you allow a team to get the confidence factor going. As the Celtics did to Sacramento in the first half, and they're at home. You know, it's harder to sustain away from home, but at home, you give them a little taste of it, and all of a sudden, good shooters become great shooters.
If at first you don't succeed, is Larry Bird's theme tonight as he knocks the jumper down. Goes back to Kenny Smith. It's a 6-point King lead. He nearly walked. Ainge stays hot. Can't get it off over Reggie this time. Bounce pass to Kite, who's looking for some help. Now McRae goes, runs right into Bird, knocks him over. The Celtics will have the ball.
That'll be the 4th team foul. Sacramento has been playing with such intensity on the defense that they've been in trouble, early foul trouble in both the second quarter and here in the third. Celtics with only 1, I believe. So they've got a chance to make up some ground from the free throw line.
McHale hands it off to Lewis. Pretty move that time as Kevin saw Reggie at the last moment and gave him 2 easy points. Lewis now with 14, and the Celtics again back to 4. They can't seem to get inside that 4-point mark. McRae now wants to take Bird, hands it to Kite. Bird steals it.
Good job, good help by Bird. Throwing Greg Kite, doesn't have the greatest hands.
Reggie goes inside, no foul call, and Kite has the rebound. .435 remaining third quarter. Sacramento 66, Celtics 62. Here's Kenny Smith.
Smith's been quiet tonight. He had 6 in the first quarter, but he's been content to
double team. McRae open. Rodney McRae with 6 in this quarter. First rounder back in '83. The first shot goes in and out and rebounded by Tisdale.
Bird forcing, trying to get it back off McRae quickly.
Smith answers. That miss with a basket, and the Celtics need a timeout. Sacramento has opened an 8-point lead with 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter, and this crowd is into it. We'll be back with more on the WLVI Celtic Network.
That with their own 6.
They're going to blow this one and then go to Seattle. LeBron really gets their clock on.
Courtesy of your local BMW dealer. Night 2 proceeded in section 215 from UC2. Join KFBK's Tim Roy in the Skyline Club Restaurant following tonight's game. The live broadcast is being tracked. Post-game.
See, this is what happens when he tries to get the shot going. People stand around watching it.
Absolutely.
No movement.
See, that's where he's got to make an adjustment.
Right.
He's got to recognize that, hey, it's not going tonight. And,
You can do so many other things, though.
Look, exactly, and satisfy himself with that. See, now that's a complete four. McRae just burned him on the other end. Now he's trying to get it back. That's where he's got to, relate to the criticism and simply make the adjustment.
Wow. Channel 56 joins the Bull Brigade, huh?
You can show me some men every once in a while.
Tonight's attendance is 17,014. It's the 183rd consecutive game. Sacramento. The
Tomorrow night at 8, don't miss the Liberty Bowl when Mississippi takes on Air Force here on WLVI 56 as we join the Bowl Brigade. You think there'll be enough football games to satisfy your taste this weekend? Even you might be satisfied. Kings shooting 77% in this quarter. Klein has it in the paint. Missed it. 4 white jerseys on the offensive board. Here comes McCray. Over Bird. Wow. He is lighting it up. 14 for him.
Celtics are playing tired. Emotional game last night and a physical game. Seems to have taken its toll both psychologically and the physical effort.
Klein got the offensive board, forces it down in a nice reverse. Dennis Johnson looked like he didn't know if he wanted to bank it or go straight ahead with a jumper that time, and that indecision forced the miss.
Celtics playing on tired legs right now.
We have not seen much of Kevin Gamble except early in this ball game. Kenny Smith and Dennis Johnson matching up. Now Smith looks to force it down to Tisdale. He does. Over McHale and an offense. Well, Klein called. I thought Michael Williams climbed his back, but Joe Klein got called.
Klein was moving him out of there. See, Klein, taller, stronger, better player, doesn't have to box a Williams out. Normally, if the situation's reversed, you box out a stronger player. If you're the stronger player, you go for the ball.
Tisdale with a rebound, and he is fouled. The Kings have an 8-point lead as time winds down here in the third quarter. Tisdale will go to the line to shoot 2. Second overall pick in '85, because it looks like it may have been a little bit too high.
Well, Williams is a scoring machine. He needs the ball. He's an offensive player. They expected him to do more, I guess, not so much defensively, although he probably doesn't carry his weight because he's got the good speed and quickness. He should play better defense. His focus is on the offense, and he's certainly getting that job done here in Sacramento. They need it at the moment. When they get a stronger team, then he's going to have to adjust to become a more complete player.
Bird has the ball with McCray on him. He goes down to Lewis, who's going to go on Del Negro, and a pretty shot by Reggie.
Lewis about the only one again getting it done here in the third quarter.
We're here at the Arco Arena, Sacramento, California, where a sellout crowd is enjoying the Sacramento Kings right now. Wayman Tisdale up over McHale, and the foul call.
McHale obviously doesn't agree with the call. I don't know if we can see it again, but it looks like Tisdale fell away. Yeah, no contact.
What was
whatsoever.
that? Nothing there.
Ted Bernhardt is the one who called the T on Jimmy Rogers a while back.
Wayman, who looks a little off balance, Coos, at the foul line.
Yeah, you notice he's going laterally. You know, you want to say squared up to the basket. That was a pretty good stroke.
He shoots at 77% from the line tonight. He's 4 of 6. So the lead is back to 8 as Kevin Gamble has replaced Dennis Johnson at point. For the Celtics, Bird has the ball, dumps it down to McHale, over Tisdale for an easy 2 that time. Kevin had the position, had him on his hip, and he has 8 now.
Hey, just pay attention to business and forget about the outside shooting for a little while. You know, McHale can get whatever he wants, just as Parrish did in the first quarter. But they forgot about that. Parrish hasn't been a hoop since.
McHale and the Celtics trailing by 6. Smith goes down the lane, puts it up, missed it. McHale has the rebound. Looks to outlet. Now Gamble has it. Across the timeline. Corner to Klein. Cutter is Lewis. Easy layup.
Good job. Good entry pass by Klein and a nice quick cut through the paint by Lewis, sensing an opportunity.
And once again, Coos, Reggie Lewis is trying to pull the Celtics up by their bootstraps.
12 points here in the third quarter.
Here's Del Negro. His man picked off. Now he's open. Throws the jumper up. Oh. A split second made the difference.
Doesn't want to jump out off that pick on a guard who is an outside shooter. Let the original defender handle it.
Cutting through Gamble. That's good work by the Celtics that time as the double team came up on McHale and he found Gamble.
Celtics doing a better job in the last couple of minutes in searching out that free man off the trap.
Kenny Smith, first rounder in '87, 6th overall in that draft. with the ball. Del Negro again has the jumper. Oh, he drained it again. Well, with Ainge out of there, somebody's going to have to shoot it from outside, and right now Del Negro's doing it. He's got 9.
Celtics just don't have the...
There it is again. Gamble inside. Oh, he's fouled.
They just don't have the defense at that guard position this year, and that gets them in trouble in just about every game they play.
You saw Jerry Reynolds, French Lick's second most popular native, and here's the pass by Bird, French Lick's first most popular native. Gamble would have been nice if he could have knocked that one down and had a three-point play. Kevin has 6. He shoots him at 82% from the line. Not that time. Robert Parrish set the check back in. Parrish had 10 in the first quarter alone, and he's been shut out ever since. 78-72. The Celtics trailing by 6, looking to make it 2 in a row on the road. Kevin has a second of 2. How about Kevin Gamble at the point position, Coos? We saw a little bit of him last night. What's he got to work on?
No, he can't handle it. He just doesn't have the skill to be play point. You know, we know what he does well. He takes it to the basket in a good, solid, strong fashion. He can finish off the play. He's not a bad passer. He's not a creative passer. And as I say, he can't handle point guard responsibilities. He can penetrate if an opening is there for himself, but he can't penetrate and lay down and things of that nature. So he shouldn't be put in that position. But at the moment, the Celtics are good job by Reggie, 14. The Celtics are limited in terms of what they can go to.
Del Negro throws it up, in and out. Wow. That would have hurt if that went in. The Celtics have scrapped back within 3 as we head for the final 12 minutes, a final look at Del Negro's last-ditch effort. He nearly...
108-94, the Sonics. This copyright program presented by the authority of the NBA and the Philadelphia 76ers. Any rebroadcast without express written permission of those two parties is prohibited. Somebody's going to rewrite that card someday.
And you're going to read it correctly one of these days.
No, yeah, when it's printed correct. 108-94.
Illegal defense call that time on the Seattle Supersonics as Derek McKee got kind of caught in the switch. Same thing that happened in the first half where they didn't touch and make the switch. They were about 8 feet apart.
Third time that the illegal defense has been called against Seattle. They're in the driver's seat right now. Ron Anderson.
Is he really? Malos. Are you buying tonight or what? I thought... Uh-oh. Look out. Good. How you doing, John? You have to pick the Miller Lite Channel 56 fourth quarter shootout participant here for you. So get ready with a choice. Did you hire these Kings girls or what? Is that one of your part-time gigs out here? Where did the interviews take place for that? Figures. What's this now?
I think that stuff we gave, right? No,
yeah, except Philly. See if I can get this fourth quarter in. Don't forget to enter the Miller Lite Channel 56 fourth quarter shootout. All you have to do to win a color TV and a Celtics jacket is to pick the Celtic who you think will score first in the fourth quarter. Now to enter, center your name, address, telephone number, and the name of the player you think will score first in the fourth quarter to Miller Lite Channel 56 fourth quarter shootout. P.O. Box 56, Boston, Mass. 02125. And keep watching Channel 56 to see if you win. Oh, there you go. Terry Traynor said Larry Bird was going to make the first shot. A lady from Winthrop, Mass. has herself a color TV and a Celtics jacket. Wow.
Okay. Answers the third opening opening hoop.
80-77. Celtics down by 3. Goes to McHale. Out of Gamble. Looks for Lewis. He's covered by Ainge. Over Danny. Oh, tough shot by Reggie.
Yeah. Reggie Lewis continues hot, and that's what the Celtics are going to need. Plenty of time.
Down by 1. Here's McCray. He has been red hot in the second half. Now he's working on Parrish. Outside of Del Negro. Open for the jumper, and he's got it. Wow, Del Negro is heating it up. He's got 11. They've got a different answer each time right now. Reggie down into McHale, covered by Tisdale. Double team into the paint. Gamble in and out. McRae pushing now into the face of the Celtics defense. To Del Negro, dumps to Tisdale, wants the shot. Hooks over McHale. 14 for Wayman Tisdale.
Kevin's got a pretty good job on Tisdale inside. But things have opened up because Sacramento has been shooting so effectively from outside.
Bird answers. He has 18 now. Celtics back within 3. 10 minutes remaining. Danny Ainge has been in double figures 24 and 25 times for the Sacramento Kings. Has 25 tonight. Lost it off his foot. A little extra jitterbug down there, and Ainge lost it.
Reggie's able to give Danny just a little bit more defensive pressure than any other sees, and it hasn't shut him down, but it's had a little bit of an effect on Danny.
Dumps it down to McHale on the baseline, working on Tisdale. Missed it. Rebound Kite. Celtics trying to take the lead. They're down by 3, and here's Ainge cutting through. Has McRae open over Gamble. Rodney McRae has his season's average at 18.
It's hard to believe this team has lost 9 straight games. Not so much in terms of, they've got a lot of deficiencies, but boy, if they've been shooting anywhere close to this effectively outside in the other games. McHale a little slow. Danny Ainge drops down quickly and at least avoids the layup.
That time, Bird read the defense perfectly and found McHale right there.
Yeah, good ball movement so far in the last quarter here by the Celtics.
Kevin McHale with 8 points tonight, averaging 17 with 6 rebounds and shooting excellent from the free throw line all season long. 94%, leading the Celtics, who have been doing a super job at the line all year. Got them both. Celts back within 3.
They've got to shut him down outside.
Earlier this season, McHale made 44 straight from the line before finally missing. Here's Ainge with Lewis on him to Tisdale. Wants to go on McHale. That's a tough shot. Over McHale, and it's a 5-point Kings lead.
You can stop him from going inside with McHale, but that fall away is tough. Bird. And he wanted the foul as well. McRae got some of his arm.
20 points for Bird, and he's really glaring right now at Jim Clark. Gamble gets picked off. Del Negro on McHale, and Tisdale has a mismatch down there. Bird helping out. Back to Del Negro. Gives it up to McRae in the paint, and he had a 3-second violation. Thought he traveled, but was called for the 3-second.
Sacramento doing a good job with their own ball movement in their half court.
And with 8:06 remaining in the ball.
And a timeout taken by Seattle. And we will pause here with 17 seconds left. 110-104 Seattle. Back right after this.
I didn't have it in front of me, so I know. No, I didn't. Yes, sir.
You don't know what I'm going to ask you.
What? How'd you get that to grow so long?
I don't know where Bobby.
Hello, Lou from Wayne. He's hanging over spilling Gatorade on our papers here.
Tell him we need a good restaurant in Seattle.
Okay. We need a good restaurant in Seattle from LeBeau here. He needs some help.
Help in the fourth quarter. Never mind.
Preferably Italian.
Okay. We'll find one.
As soon as you get through with the first shot.
Okay. That's all right. I should have thought of it myself. This is it. Tonight, immediately following the game, get all the news you need with the news at 10, right here on WLVI 56. Here's a look at that last bucket by Larry Bird.
Bird heating it up here in the fourth quarter after an extremely cold third quarter, and should have had an additional one there. Not because he was over the three-point line, but because he got fouled.
Tisdale reaching in, and he is called for a foul by Dick Pavetta, who was really shooting some daggers at him. 4 on Tisdale.
Take a look. Kevin trying to disengage himself from the pressure. Moves out to meet the ball. Again, incidental contact, but
Bird throws up a three. Got it! Ainge went for the steal, did not get it, and Larry knocks down a trifecta. He has 9 in the quarter.
Well, Reggie Lewis did it in the third. Bird's taking up the slack here in the fourth quarter so far with 9 points.
We're tied at 88. It's the Kings now having to work harder for their shots. Tisdale trying to go on McHale. Oh, what a shot by Tisdale. There's no defense for that.
I'll tell you what, he's getting the job done. McHale wipes him out on the other end.
Let's take a look at it again.
Yeah, Tisdale moves in, acts a little bit, but he absorbs the full shock of the collision. No question about the call.
Kings by 2 with 7:10 remaining. McRae just launches the thing up there. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it's Celtic ball. That one was a force.
Yeah, he's been shooting well from outside, and that's unlike McCoy, who's normally a pretty intelligent player. That's the kind of shot that this young shooter can change momentum around. Let's see if the Celtics can do something with it.
They go to McHale again. He is triple teamed, and he gets fouled.
I tell you, the inside people can expect that the last 7 or 8 minutes. They've been getting good, effective trap down for most of the game, but it's even picking up more in intensity now because Sacramento realizes they've got to win if they can just shut down that Celtic inside game.
Kevin McHale trying to get a couple words in with the officials. We'll be back, and he'll shoot 2 in just a moment on the WLVI Celtic Network.
110-106, Seattle in front as the Sixers had an opportunity off a missed free throw. Hersey got it back, and if they had scored there, it would have been a 2-point game with time remaining, but Sedale Treat reached in, stripped it away, and Charles Barkley had to foul McKee.
Well, you go back to the opening of the second half.
Yeah, you
and
sure do.
Seattle Supersonics came out firing. They were able to build that lead, get it up to 10, 12 points. The 76ers have never really recovered from that kind of that knockout punch almost early in the second half. They cut the lead to 4 right now, and that's the closest I think they've been in a long, long time, hasn't it?
Sixers send out Mahorn, Anderson, Thornton, Hawkins, and Barkley. McDaniel, Ellis, Threet, McKee, and Barros for Seattle. They get it to Barros. Loop back, and McDaniel has it, and that'll do it. Ball game is over. Seattle.
Saturday evening, starting at 5, the Stars are coming together for the Lou Rawls Parade of Stars to benefit the United Negro College Fund on WLVI 56. We've got a battle of the stars right now going on, Coos, between Tisdale and Bird.
Now, Tisdale's so tough inside because he's a wide body, so even with Kevin's athletic assets, it's difficult for him to give him that kind of pressure. Tisdale leans in and then takes the little fall away, and it's impossible for anyone really to get to that shot.
Kevin missed it. Rebounded by Tisdale. Celts down by 1. Tisdale has 6 in the quarter. Bird has 9. And it's a 1-point Kings lead, as you see, and the clock running down. Ainge goes to Tisdale. He wants it again. This time he can't get it. McCray has to shoot it from 16 feet short. Rebounded McHale. He may have run out of bullets.
He thought about it for a moment. He had the shot initially, decided to try to get it a little closer to the hoop. And I think that got him thinking about it.
Here's Lewis on the baseline. He missed it. A long rebound at Tisdale. It's a 2-on-1. If Gamble gets back, however, and Ainge pulls up. They're up by 3.
He's going to be tough to stop here in the latter stages.
Bird off the screen, looking. Nearly traveled, got away with it. Now Lewis into pressure over to Gamble. Hit stolen. Ainge saves it. Parrish has it. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Lewis, yes.
Well,
wow. Wild play.
It done, but it was ugly, let me tell you.
24 for Lewis. A last second shot to beat the 24-second shot clock. A lot of bumping, a lot of heavy physical work going on right now. Kings by 1. Tisdale wants it, gives it up to Ainge. Now trying to go on Lewis. Down the lane to Rodney McCray. In the corner, Del Negro missed it. McHale battling with Tisdale, and the Celtics will get it. I tell you, these Kings fans can feel it. They are hungry. They have not seen their ball club win in 9 straight games.
I'll tell you, it's really tough to beat a good team from the outside, which is, with the exception of Tisdale, pretty much what they've done tonight, because they've complemented the outside shooting with such an extreme defensive effort. They've worked so hard on it defensively.
Bird looking to shoot, has McHale for the fadeaway. No, rebounded by Bird. He's knocked down. Rebound Ainge. Up ahead to Smith. Corner over McHale. Not this time. Rebound battle for loose. Ainge has it. He wants to shoot it again. Down the baseline. Gives it up. McCray handles it. And they've got 18 on the shot clock. He has it. Now he's working on Bird. Bird picked it off. Loose. And a foul on number 7, Danny Ainge.
Ainge a little bit out of control there.
And a technical on Bird. Wow.
On who?
Larry Bird was giving it to Bavetta on a previous call, and Dick just said that's enough.
Oh, boy, that one hurts right now.
You could see he was still jawing Bavetta.
I think he was upset off that rebounding action where he hit the floor.
Maybe
probably let Bavetta know about it. Yeah,
there it is.
Play right there. Good job. That's what he was upset about. Ainge knocks down the tee.
And with good reason. It's a 2-point lead. Team fouls. The Kings have 4. The Celtics do not have any. And we have a timeout on the court. When we come back, the final 4 minutes plus a 20-second timeout when we come back from the Arco Arena. A technical foul on Larry Bird has given the Kings a 2-point lead with 4:38 remaining and a 20-second timeout. Here's what happened on the other end after Larry was fouled.
Danny trying to take advantage of the slower man guarding him, but Bird stops the initial penetration, and then Danny just pops up a little bit. Bird with the quick hands knocks it out of his hand, and then Danny fouled. Celtics can take advantage of this free throw shooting situation here. They're going to get frantic defense. Bird.
Oh, and it's good. Great move by Bird. Quick first step that time, and he got the layup to go down.
Bird having an exceptional fourth quarter here. Wheels around, but Bird giving him the tight defense. Once the man gets the ball, you got to give him a little room so he can't feel you. He stayed in tight. Bird wheeled right around and picked up the 3.
And Bird has given the Celtics a 1-point lead. Kuz, we have not seen that move right there from Larry Bird much this year.
No, they haven't posted him up that much, but it's nice to see him make that quick move around the defender.
And Bird has fire in his eyes right now. He is upset. Ainge goes by. Gamble has to throw a fadeaway up and got it. Wow.
What a game Danny's having. His dad is here. I'm sure that adds even more significance to a fine performance for Danny Ainge.
He has 30 points right now. McHale double teamed, goes to Gamble. Now the right side to Lewis for the jump shot. No, you could tell that wasn't going to go.
Wow, bad shot by Lewis there. They made the rotation quickly defensively, got back in position.
A travel there as Ainge dribbled himself into trouble.
Danny sometimes wants to get it done so badly, he tries too hard, and it forces some mistakes. He did it on the Bird play when he fouled, and he repeated it there.
Celtics down by 1, 3:35 remaining to be played.
Celtics have to keep their cool here and just utilize.
Great pass inside to Lewis for the layup. Bird found him.
Nice. Bird doing it all here in the fourth quarter.
26 for Lewis and the foul. Boy, that was threading the needle that time. There was not much room.
There it is. Lewis releases. Danny looking to help out in the paint, but Lewis runs away from him, and Bird, not too many people can make that pass in this league.
But Reggie cannot make it a three-point play. So the Celtic lead is 1.
Lewis has missed 3 from the line tonight.
3:20 remaining. And it looks like we're going to the wire as Ainge has the ball and 30 points on the night. Now he has McCray in the paint, has to throw a hookup, and McHale battles, has the rebound, outlets to Lewis, and here come the Celtics.
Wow, McHale not giving him many second opportunities here.
And the Celtics want to call a timeout. Exactly 3 minutes remaining, and the Celts have taken a 1-point lead. We'll be back. It said Kuzi on the back, didn't they, a few years ago?
Yeah, but they've all disintegrated and fallen apart, Michael. Well, hopefully gone at auction somewhere for a good cause.
Not the only Bird fan tonight. There were a lot of folks in green here as the Celtics have put Dennis Johnson back in the game, and they have a 1-point lead as Dennis looks to go on Bird. He pulls up and hits it.
Bird doing it.
He has 14 in this quarter.
And a good decision. He threw the trap. DJ cut through, but the play wasn't there. He faked the DJ. That softened the defense, and he was able to finish off the 15-footer. Okay, he's doing everything in the last quarter.
Kings setting it up now. They have 6 on the shot clock. Ainge having trouble with Lewis. Has to put it up. Off the pick. He's double teamed. 1 second left. They won't get it off.
Yes.
Excellent defense by the Celtics.
I'll tell you, it was there when they needed it. The timeout was a key one for Jimmy Rogers. Got them together, got the good shot off the half court, and then an outstanding defensive effort there. The 24, Danny looking to pick up the offensive.
Lewis slicing through, has to go up, tough shot, rebounded by Reggie. Banks it, missed it. Robert kicks it up. McHale has the rebound, back to Bird. Wanted to shoot a 3, but held it. Another 24 as we wind down below 2 minutes. Celtics going to the boards with a vengeance that time.
Probably good decision on Bird's part, although he is so hot at the moment offensively that who knows, he might have been able to put it away with that.
Wants to shoot it. The Celtics standing watching him. Bounces it to Dennis. Has it in the paint. Can't get it off. To Lewis. He's blocked. And the rebound Tisdale. Here comes Smith out of the pack to Ainge on the base. Can't do it. 3 for Smith. Missed it. Rebound Dennis Johnson. The Celtics again will hold it up. Bird here for the jump. Oh! Did not go. That would have been a dagger right there. Now McCray goes over Bird. Should have been an offensive foul.
Absolutely. Bird stood his ground waiting for the contact. He got it.
I tell you what.
Take a look. There it is. He squared off. Knocks him to the ground.
He deserved it. Didn't get it, though.
He got the call last night. He didn't get it tonight.
And the Kings are back within 1. A minute 8 remaining. We'll be back for the final moments in just a moment. Should have made that call.
Reggie's shot selection is incredible. God, is he stupid.
Okay. there. He was open there. Bird was open there.
Yeah.
And then they don't get the call over there.
Bird might have taken his position up a little higher, you know. I think he probably backed down a little too low and enabled him to finish the play off.
Do we have a final on Seattle's game yet? I'm looking around here. I don't see it. Louis, anything on that? Oh, there it is. I got it. 110-106. Mike Crispino and Bob Cousy back with you. We're here at the Arco Arena. 1:08 remaining. Celtics travel tomorrow. Then at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard, they'll face Casey Jones, the assistant coach, and Bernie Bickerstaff, the head coach, and the Seattle Supersonics, who beat Philadelphia tonight 110-106. So they're getting healthy at home. Here's Parrish. Has to go up for the jump shot. Oh, he got the bounce.
Big one. Celtics still haven't fouled in this quarter. They've got 2 to waste in the last 2, but they've got to utilize that foul if it becomes available.
Kings have called a timeout, and we'll be back for the final 58 seconds after these messages. Kings put up a 3 now, do you think?
Well, they probably look for it. I don't. Who else is in there?
Well, it's either him or Presley hasn't played much tonight. He shoots a lot of them. Smith shoots them.
Smith shoots them. Presley. Delnago's got the range. Well, he's 1 for 7 for the year.
You know, Smith looks a little tired tonight. He played a lot last night.
Did he?
38 minutes. Yeah, why don't you mention that? Of course, with McHale always coming off the bench, that's always a little deceptive, you know.
Yeah, right. Although it hasn't been McHale, it's been Lewis.
Well, that was the difference last night, too, Lewis and off the bench. Lewis has, what, 26?
Yeah, McHale has 11. I don't know what Lewis is.
So that's it, right? 37 points? Back at the Arco Arena, Celtics by 3. 58.6 seconds remaining. And remember last night, that made a huge difference in the Celtics' 1-point win over the Clippers, that 1/10 of a second.
They've got the foul to waste.
On the inbounds, McRae can't do it. Cannot get it in, and he calls a 20-second timeout. We'll be right back in just a moment. Chris Ford, Jimmy Rogers talking it over. Jerry Reynolds on the other side as he's trying to break his Kings out of a 9-game losing streak. They'll inbound it.
Celtic bench going tonight, Michael. 47 off the bench for the season. Only 15 for Sacramento, and the persons of Lewis and McHale doing most of the damage.
Let's see if they go for a 3. They're down by 3. Bounce it down to Tisdale. Over McHale. Got it.
Well, everyone expected him to go for the 3. With Smith and Ainge in there, both excellent 3-point threat. They went into Tisdale.
20. Bird dumps it to Parrish again. Wants to go on Kite. Robert, he didn't get the bounce this time, and the rebound is taken off by McRae. And Sacramento wants another timeout. Well, Robert Parrish got the roll the first time, did not get it the second time, and the Celtics have a 1-point lead with 27 and 4/10 seconds remaining. 18 seconds on the shot clock for the Kings.
Well, I think that was the thing to do. There's Tisdale on the last group. Again, he didn't have much luck taking it into Kevin McHale. So for most of the second half, he's been effective with a little fall-away jumper. Good move on the Celtics part offensively, trying to take advantage of the Kite-Parrish matchup, although give Kite credit. You know, he didn't allow Robert into the paint. He forced him away. Normally that's a shot Robert will put down, and he did the time before. But he was able to avoid the foul, and of course Robert missed the shot. The percentage is against the Celtics. They won, you know, in the last second situation last night. Sacramento lost in the last second situation. You figure that, you know, that's got to even up. Let's hope it does not as far as the Celtics are concerned, because they've done a fine job getting back into the game here in the fourth quarter.
Celtics still have a foul to give here too, Kuz. You think they'll go right out and try to make a steal aggressively?
You know, if Kite gets anywhere near the basketball, I would tackle to get him to the line. I felt the same way last night with Benoit Benjamin. Believe me when I tell you, a non-shooter that has to go to the line 15 feet away in this kind of a pressure-packed situation, the chances of his putting it in are very slim.
Kite shoots him at 28% from the free throw line, and
yeah, I would just have Robert Rome help out anywhere, you know, leave Kite alone, so to encourage him to go to Kite with the ball.
Ainge has the ball on the inbounds. 16 on the shot clock as it winds down. He's had a big night with 30. They want Tisdale again. Parrish is doubling. McRae has to give it to Smith, who cuts it down now. Can't put it up. Back to Ainge. 5 on the shot clock. He's open for a jumper.
Excellent ball. Good job.
He had the shot, and he made it.
The Celtics did a good job closing down the paint. Sacramento did a fine job with patience and searching out the free shot until they got it back to the open man, Smith, who knocked it home. Only his second hoop in the second half, but obviously a meaningful one. Celtics with plenty of time. 12 seconds to pretty much set up what they want. They've got to be aware of the trap. They've got to go inside, because they're going to, you know, if they get the foul, they're going to go to the line with it. So don't settle for a quick shot or an outside shot. Make sure you create contact.
Well, we were in the same situation last night in Los Angeles. The Celtics, on the first trip out after the timeout, as Jimmy Rogers told you at the top of the broadcast, wanted to go to Reggie Lewis. After the timeout, they went back to Larry Bird. So what do you think will happen tonight?
I think I'd go back to Bird again. Sacramento is playing simply too alertly and with too much intensity defensively to go to Reggie with that high dribble. I think, you know, they would make something happen. I don't think Reggie would create the opportunity for himself. I think Bird is not going to be able to get it into the basket, but they're going to have to hit him with a double team. And chances of his creating something for someone else are very good.
Celtics did not have a timeout remaining. Sacramento has one, so this will be it in regulation for the Celtics. Kevin McHale to inbound. It seems as if the Celtics have played several of these games this year. Larry Bird's won a couple of them. Dennis Johnson has the inbounds, working on Kenny Smith.
They don't have to rush it.
Bird wants to put it up right away. No. Ainge fouled Parrish.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ainge fouled him.
No question on the call. Danny comes over and sits on our lap here. But I'll tell you, he had Robert Parrish by the arm. Let's take another look at it. You'll see Danny grab him. Not a good foul at all on Danny Ainge's part. You don't see it well in the replay, but in live action it was obvious. Two big ones.
Robert ties it up. Parrish, pressure free throw, now can give the Celtics the lead.
They don't want an overtime here.
Didn't get it. No bounce.
Parrish left the line too soon. Big miss there.
Robert knew that it was going to be short, and in his haste to get to the rebound, he stepped over the 15-foot line. And now plenty of time, Kuz, as we saw last night, for anything to happen.
Well, I think you can assume it's going to be overtime, but I don't think it's going to work in favor of the Celtics.
Bird had the shot. He put it up. It missed, but Robert Parrish, crashing the board, drew the foul.
Yeah, you don't see the foul well in the replay action, but we had a good shot at it here. And Danny had his arm. Block was looking at the play. There wasn't much question about the call.
Last night, Jimmy Rogers left Larry Bird on the bench on the defensive end. It looks as if he will stay in here this time around. And do you see Ainge as your shooter, or do they go back to Tisdale? He's been the bread and butter in this fourth quarter.
Well, with 3 seconds, they've got to go to their speed person. So either Smith or Ainge is going to create a shot for themselves, I would say. They don't have time to go inside with it. Celtics went for the outside shot. I would question that, except that it's Bird, and, you know, he's been so hot here in the last quarter. But I think you give yourself that added opportunity, as he did last night, of drawing the foul if he took it in. He was isolated on that left side. And he had some room to put it to the floor.
3.7 seconds remaining. And you can bet the Kings will inbound from half court.
Danny's had such a great night. Well, they're putting in another shooter, Del Negro, so they've got 3 guys now who can free themselves in that span of time.
And the Celtics go with Pinckney on the defensive end with Lewis, McHale, and Dennis Johnson. And Robert Parrish. So 3 small guards in the ballgame for Jerry Reynolds and the Kings.
Well, Jimmy trying to answer with whatever maximum speed he has, but he's still at a disadvantage. They're going to get a shot off.
Smith has it now. Dennis Johnson stole it. Does he have time? He throws it up. Oh!
Almost. What a stick by DJ.
What a finish that would have been.
You know, he poked it away just a little too far to run it down and still get a decent shot off, but he gave it the good solid effort.
And the Celtics bench is out there in the lane congratulating Dennis, who made a huge play on Kenny Smith. You know, if he saw Lewis, maybe he might have been able to get it to him for a last-second shot.
He got it up in a general direction, but just ran out of clock.
Take a look at it again.
It is. They're bringing their speed merchant Smith to the ball, but McRae is the guy that's late with the pass. He waited for Smith. Instead of catching him in the act of flashing out, he waited till he came to a stop. This gave DJ a shot to get into the play. And with that exceptional talent of poking the ball away, kind of a gutsy play, because at that point they could have called the foul. Although, no, I'm sorry, they still had the one to waste. So, an intelligent play and an effective one.
Well, we'll go an extra 5 minutes here in Sacramento, and they have had some gut wrenchers lately, haven't they? The Kings last night with an 8-point lead on the Lakers and a 15-year hex hanging over them, couldn't get it done.
I tell you, it'd be an exceptional win for the Celts. They really played themselves a fourth quarter, and it would be an emotionally draining loss for Sacramento that really played 3 quarters of outstanding, 4 quarters for that matter. The Celtics overwhelmed them in the fourth, but that doesn't mean that they let down. They have really given it their best shot here, which is the role of the underdog. You know, once again, it's Celtic green, and Danny never needed any motivation as a player, but seeing his old teammates come in, and as we said, having his dad in the audience, just gave him a little bit more of a emotional goose, and he responded beautifully. He's had an exceptional game.
Well, now we go to the final 5 minutes, Kuz. The Celtics have to gear back down a little bit and try to work for the better shots, and something that I imagine is a little bit difficult at the end of a ball game when you're fired up to win it in regulation and have to change your gears a little bit.
Well, as we said in the third quarter, when they started to look tired there, although they obviously got their second win in the fourth, you know, they were coming off a very emotional physical game last night. The back-to-back situation doesn't necessarily work in their favor anymore. So, you know, another 5 minutes is just going to make it that much tougher.
Robert Parrish and Greg Kite will jump it up. Parrish with 13. His free throw could have won the ball game, but it did not. Robert says, throw the ball up there. Let me get it.
Throw it up a little higher there, little fella.
First time that both of these teams have been into an overtime this season. Ted Bernhardt throwing it up for Kite and Parrish, and Robert wins it, bats it back to Dennis Johnson, and the Celtics have it.
Sure, they'll remember how to do it, despite the fact that it's only their first time.
Bird with the ball, saw Parrish for a moment, didn't give it up, goes behind the back. Now down to Parrish on McCray, moving in on him, and Robert has two.
Good job. They established a mismatch. Bird had a free man at the free throw line, but ignored it to make certain he was able to go into Robert, who had McCray on him, and let him take advantage of that mismatch.
So important to get the first two in overtime, and the Celtics have them. Now they go to Tisdale. He's double teamed to Smith. They work the perimeter to Rodney McCray, who missed it, and McHale has the rebound. He's gone cold in the fourth quarter.
Good strategy in the last quarter here in the overtime in terms of trapping down on Tisdale and forcing the outside shot.
Parrish again over Kite. This time, nothing. No iron, and he wants a foul. He's not getting it.
Yeah, but that was a forced shot. Kite was right there.
Tisdale really working on McHale, who's leaning on him. They go down to Tisdale, wants it, nearly lost it. He's double teamed. Ainge has it, down the paint, and he's fouled. Here's Jimmy Rogers and the Celtics with a 103-101 lead. 3:52 remaining in overtime for those of you who are hanging in late with us back in Boston.
Danny Ainge just blows by Lewis. Lewis has got quite a job on his hands here trying to contain Ainge. He's going to have to do better than that.
32 points for Danny Ainge. We're tied at 103. Dennis Johnson goes by Kenny Smith. Bounce passes to Bird in the corner to McHale. Back to Bird, wants a three, and he has it. Big basket by Larry Bird. He has 31.
Bird taking charge here in the last quarter and overtime.
Now we're on the odd point as Ainge hands it off to Smith. And he wants Tisdale, who's working on McHale down low. 10 on the shot clock. Ainge has a three-point opportunity. Won't take it, takes it into the paint, nearly lost it, has to put it up, seconds remaining, goes left-handed, rebounded by Lewis. That was a force from Danny.
Yeah, Danny getting a little out of control here. He wants to do it so badly, but he's going to hurt the club. He's going to stabilize.
Off the pick, finds Parrish, into Tisdale, draws the foul.
Nice little pick and roll play. Little two-man basketball by Parrish and Bird. They've done it so often effectively over the years. Bird commands such respect that the defense always focuses on him and invariably will open up an opportunity for the picker. However,
you got to make it pay.
Make the free throw.
Parrish, 3 of 5 tonight. He's shooting 68% on the season. He got the second one to go down. Celtic lead is 4 now with 3 minutes remaining in overtime. Kenny Smith in control at point guard with Dennis Johnson on him. Rodney McCray and Bird matching up.
They've shot so well from outside that if the Celtics are starting the turn now, if you notice, they're running cold outside, and that's what they've got to give them and take it away from this guy. Bird went in and helped, got a piece of the ball. He's picked up one tee from Bavetta. He's got to be careful. It looked like he got the ball. Bird didn't agree with the call. He was a little slow getting down. He's been the trap down guy on Tisdale, and as I say, that's excellent strategy. They've got to neutralize the inside game, and Tisdale's been effective in the second half, and force them outside. Put the pressure now on the outside shooter. They've been flowing well and hitting well, but it's a different situation now. Much more pressure. Normally, that closes puts the lid on the hoop at this point.
Tisdale shooting 77% from the line. Second of the two. Nothing but net. Well, Kings hang in.
Just 2 big ones last night. Made up for it tonight with those two.
He's 6 of 8 tonight as the Celtics lead is cut to 2, and Dennis Johnson looks for Reggie Lewis. Has him. Bird working baseline. Lewis drives in. Has to put it up. It's short. Rebounded. McHale battling, and it's knocked out right in front of us. Kuzi with a save and a Celtic ball.
I got the assist.
Did you use your left hand or right on that?
A little bit of both. I double dribbled.
I thought I had a shot to get a 3, but you stepped in front of me.
Lost the ball.
There you are again, hogging the basketball. When we come back, the final 2:24 of overtime, the Celtics lead by 2, and we'll be back on the WLVI Celtics Network.
There it is. It's all in the wrist, Mom.
You notice you use 2 hands. That's good. That's good fundamentals.
Well, yeah, that's good protection.
See, I was going to pick it off with my left, shoot it over here to the right, and get a shot off quickly. When we come back, Lou, let's just go through that one more time so I get the right form, huh?
Always upstaging me, Louie.
Yeah. Oh, what's 4 and 4th. 3 timeouts in overtime. 3 per overtime. Timeouts. Okay. We're staying up late tonight, 1:10. Yeah. Alrighty. Great pass inside by Larry Bird to Kevin McHale. Lewis nearly picked it off. The Celtic lead is 4.
Excellent ball movement by the Celtics, creating an easy layup for McHale.
Here's Smith. Thought about it, didn't take it. 7 on the shot clock. Looking for Kite. He's mismatched on Lewis. Got to put it up with 3. McRae has it and can't get it. Kite rebounding, cannot get it. It's a battle, and Bird has it.
Yes, the outside shooting's gone cold. Celtics are taking advantage of it.
1:38 remaining as you see it. Celts by 4, needing a hoop.
The basket heel put the lid on it for the C's.
They go to Bird. He's working on McRae. Can't get the shot. Backs him in. Fade away. Tough shot. Oh!
Wow!
33 for 33.
Outstanding. And I'll tell you, it's the Bird of old here in the 4th quarter in the overtime, folks.
Vintage Larry Bird, and the Celtics have a 6-point lead with 1:25 remaining. We'll be back for the final moments after these messages. Was that in the 4th quarter or 3rd?
Third, I would think.
I know it was 72-64, somewhere in there.
That was the,
oh, you know what?
It was 3 points.
Do we have a running sheet somewhere on one of those running sheets of the points, quarters? Just... Hey, Mike. Hey, Mike. Fine. Mike, do you have a 3rd and 4th quarter running sheet there? Or a 3rd quarter? Yeah. Oh, that's 4th. How about the 3rd?
Yeah, I got
Thank you.
4th here.
Yeah, 73 it was, 72-62.
Okay.
And with 4 minutes remaining. Thank you.
Good.
Mike Crispino and Bob Cousy back with you in the final moments of overtime. Larry Bird has really turned it on in the second half with 25, and the Celtics lead by 6.
Sacramento has to go for 3, I would think.
Smith on the corner jump and got nothing. No iron, nothing. And Ainge hammers the Chief, and the Chief gave him a look. What's that for?
Well, Danny's had the bad boy image for years, and it's always been undeserved, but he does get aggressive. He gets emotionally carried away. That was only the second team foul. You allowed 3 in the overtime on Sacramento, so no damage done other than to Robert.
A little facial there by Danny Ainge on the Chief. Chief gave him a scowl back and then said, oh, yeah, that's right. That's Danny Ainge, my former teammate for 8 years.
Bird's got Ainge on him. He wants the ball inside.
Parrish is way outside, and the Celtics are not getting it to Bird. Now back to Dennis Johnson, who tries to go in, gives it back to Larry. Goes in on Ainge, throws it up off the long foot, and can't get it to go.
Celtics have neutralized the inside threat here in the last quarter, so look for the 3-pointer.
Ainge wants to shoot it. Off balance, left-handed, no. And the foul call.
And it's only the third. Is it a shooting foul?
I would say.
Yeah, DJ was trying to foul him before he got into the act of shooting, but just couldn't catch up to Danny. There it is. See, DJ's holding on all the way. He's trying to get to him, but in any event, it's the third team foul. Danny goes to the line.
Ainge has had a marvelous night tonight. 33 points, 21 of them in the first half against his former mates. And before the ball game, the Boston press surrounded him to catch up on some old times. Danny has 4 of 4 in the quarter. Full court pressure. They go to Parrish. Up top to Lewis. He's got Dennis, but he won't take it to him. Now bounces it to Dennis, and the Celtics will back it out. 35 in the game, 18 on the shot clock. And Kevin is fouled.
Good move with a 4-point lead. Going for the hoop would have simply given them an opportunity. The Celtics are in a position to run out the clock now. 32 seconds left. Although, obviously with the 3-point shooting threat that Sacramento has on the floor.
McHale will shoot 2, and no. You see the Celtics bench, Jimmy Paxson, Kevin Gamble. Celtic lead is 4. McHale didn't get either of them.
I'll tell you, they had an opportunity to win it with the second Parrish free throw in regulation. And now they make it a little tougher for themselves here in the overtime. Everyone feels pressure from the line. It doesn't matter how effective you are. You know, that's like saying you don't shake a little over a 3-foot slider in golf. If it's meaningful, everyone responds the same. It doesn't matter.
Kevin McHale, a 94% free throw shooter. Both of them went in and out. 30.8 seconds left. Celtics by 4. Nothing is easy, as we've said hundreds of times. And this one hasn't been easy at all. The Sacramento's played excellent basketball throughout. Outside shooting betraying them a little bit here in the second half.
If I can read the clock properly, I believe both teams are over the limit. I say they're allowed 3 team fouls before the penalty in overtime. And unofficially, I know the Celtics are at 3, and I believe Sacramento is as well. So they can't utilize that as a tool, although
Celtics have 2 timeouts remaining, as you can see on the huge scoreboard above center court here at the Arco Arena.
One reads 5 team fouls, the other reads 4. So
that may be one way of saying that Sacramento's in the penalty.
I assume they're both over the limit.
Here's Jerry Reynolds as the Kings looking to break a 9-game losing streak. And Jimmy Rogers would like to see the Celtics win back-to-back games here on the road.
I'll tell you, it will help because they're going to have their hands full Friday night. Seattle is going to be sitting waiting for them.
Sacramento back home beat Philadelphia tonight. Philly's on a 7-game road trip, and they've lost 2 in a row. Del Negro with the ball. Time running down. Goes to Ainge. Wants to shoot 3. Lewis giving him all kinds of trouble. And a foul.
I'll tell you, Reggie was right there on this play. Don't go for the steal, Reggie. Just play good, solid D. Don't give him the opportunity. Didn't see any foul on that replay.
Here's Reggie Lewis. As Ainge makes the first of 2. He has 5 free throws in this overtime session and 35 points now. 21.7 seconds remaining. Celtic lead is 3. Ainge puts this up and he has both of them. Now on the inbounds, the Celtics call a timeout.
Well, Sacramento's making their free throws in the overtime, 8 for 8. The Celtics are missing there, so...
And the Celtics will probably have to shoot a couple of them well here down the stretch to win this ball game. We'll be back for the final seconds after these messages on the WLVI Celtics Network. Jeez, make this foul shot. What are the Celtics at the line tonight? 6, 5 of 8. 8 of 11. 11 of 15. What does he have for free throws for the Celtics? I have 19 of 28 for Boston. Is that right? Can we get some confirmation on that one?
8, 10, 15. I have 11 misses. Is that what you have?
No, I got 9 misses.
Are you counting overtime?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe I made a mistake.
Yeah, they missed 3 in overtime.
Okay. Celtics trying to inbounds here as time runs down and Bird is fouled by Rodney McCray immediately. Celtics have shot 19 of 30 rather from the free throw line tonight, and that is one reason why Sacramento is hanging around.
Yeah, Sacramento 8 for 8. They don't have a field goal in the overtime, but they've made all their free throws 8 for 8. Celtics have 3 field goals and a tray from Bird, but they've missed 3 out of 4 from the line.
Larry Bird.
But I don't think this gentleman's going to miss this too.
2 free throws to help the Celtics win last night. Bird puts it up this time, and he has both of them. Clutch play tonight from Larry Bird throughout. As the Celtics have a 4-point lead, 113 to 109, 21.1 seconds remaining.
Sacramento probably would have been better served, Michael, in harassing Bird, momentarily, trying to get him to release the ball to someone else. They had to know that the C's were going to try to go to their best free throw shooter. And fouling him immediately saves you the time, but it gives 2 points away,
The Celtics bench has done a super job tonight. Reggie Lewis with 26. Kevin McHale with 13. And for the second consecutive night, the Celtics bench has been really the difference in these ball games.
Well, Sacramento without any bench whatsoever. We told you Ellison and Sampson are both on the injured reserve list, so they not only lose a center, but they lose a lot of bench strength. They used only 7 men in their game in Los Angeles last night. Tonight they used They used 8. I'm sorry. Presley, Del Negro, and Williams. Presley played, has not scored, so he's been ineffective. So basically they've gone with 7 again, so you've got to give them credit for this kind of an effort. Here they are in overtime, and they had an excellent chance of upsetting the C's with the 7 guys playing with great intensity and shooting extremely well from the outside for most of the game until it got down to crunch time. And then, that's why the Patino strategy was suspect last year in terms of turning those guys loose all season long with that three-pointer. He did a very effective job with his defensive philosophy, but three-pointers, when you get into playoff time or crunch time, become much more difficult to make than in the regular flow of the season of the game.
Plenty of time remaining, however, 20.4 seconds. You see Dennis Johnson deflected the ball out of bounds, and McRae will inbound it in front of the Kings bench. Celts by 4. Ainge has it, wants to shoot it, drives it down into Parrish, put it up, and oh, it went in!
Danny keeps them alive.
He's got 8 in the overtime, Kuz. Great play.
I'll tell you, there are a lot of Celtics fans at home saying, just what we need. Why did we ever let Ainge go?
38 points. 39 points for Ainge. Celtics now with a 1-point lead as Bird is double teamed, and he's pushed out of bounds with 13 seconds remaining.
Well, Bird didn't want to let it go, and as soon as he saw Kite guarding him, he knew Greg in this situation is going to get aggressive. He just bodies him, he acts, puts the pressure on the official, because by him falling out of bounds, they must make a call. They used to be able to call a force out and just give you the ball back. That's no longer applicable. You either have to call a walk or you've got to call a foul. So he put the big pressure right on the officials in that move by falling out of bounds.
Jerry Reynolds has gone to the smaller lineup now with Ainge, Del Negro, Smith as Bird steps up. Bang. That's why the man practices free throw shooting all the time.
I'll take it to the bank now. It's all over. 13 seconds. This will make it 5. Bird wants the Playboy posters back. He's calling for the posters, right?
He looked up, he saw the net was jostled there.
He only saw waving people. He said, where's that other motivation I had last night?
Nothing but net for Bird. 35 for him. Here's Ainge. They'll have to score a 3 now. Smith has it, wants to take it. Now Ainge will put it up. It's a 3. Missed it. Rebound Parrish. Ball game over. Celtics win. Celtics hold on to win it in overtime over the Sacramento Kings, and they have lost 10 in a row. Final score, Celtics 115-112. We'll be right back to the Arco Arena to wrap it up. Right here on the WLVI Celtics Network.
A new convenient idea this year was Cellular One, exclusive to Message Center. You never miss a call. During any Sonic game, they'll bring a cellular portable phone to your seat.
Alrighty.
Sign up for the free service and look for the Cellular One Message Center.
All right, the Celtics play the Seattle Supersonics. Hello again, everybody. I'm Mike Crispino, along with my partner, Bob Cousy. Well, it hasn't been as lucrative as Michael Jackson's victory tour a few years ago, Coos, but Larry Bird's little victory march up the West Coast here has been getting some rave reviews. However, tonight, a tough opponent, and it's not going to be easy to make it 3 in a row and 4 in a row on the road overall for the Celts.
No, absolutely, Michael. It all may come to a screeching halt tonight. This team has youth, they have depth, they have a team that likes to utilize constantly changing, trapping defenses, and they run a very effective transition game. All of the factors that the Celtics